No, it looks like Simon Curtis coming to the bench.
He is, yep.
For Myrtleford, so it's a
Bit of
bit of
a strange one.
a strange one. So
Keep an eye on that.
and it looks like Lockie Hourigan amongst them there, Jared Wallace. So
I think I've got the numbers all right now.
have a look at this forward line set up here, guys. We've got Moore, Reid and Newton all hanging around that forward line there. So looks like Moore going out to centre forward, but you've got the two big tall fellas back in, Michael Newton and Reid.
Robbie, who wins really quickly?
Yeah, Wang win. Well, I reckon Wang win by about 22 points.
Dan Vaccaro.
Yeah, Wang for me, boys.
Chris O on the boundary for Wangaratta MG.
Wang by 4.
Wang by 4
goals.
points. 4 goals, okay. Well, I'm going to pick the Wangaratta Magpies as well. So we're all done and dusted. We're all picking the Wangaratta Magpies. As Matt Dustin's in the middle alongside Jackson Clark. So that'll be a very interesting battle. Matt Dustin just playing on the ball. He plays where he wants, Robbie.
Yeah, by look at that, he might even try to run with Jackson a little bit, Jackson Clark. So it'll be Knowles.
Abraham Ankers is in there as well. Dan Sharrock.
Panda, the umpires, I reckon, are going to wait to the stroke at 2 o'clock.
They are, because I think Gus McLeod winged one time. That's why he did.
So he said, no, sorry, boys, you can come out as early as you like, but we're going to start
till
this
2
game at 2
o'clock.
o'clock.
I don't mind that from the O&M, Robbie, as well. I don't mind it.
Well, we've got a lot of things we've got to cater for these days. And if you look down to the right-hand side of our radio dial, we've got Dawson Simpson down at full forward there for Myrtleford. He'll be up against Dylan Van Berlo, so that'll be one to watch. And Jamie Anderson has taken Riley Sharp, which he said in pre-game.
Yep. We've got Fraser Dent, premiership player from 2017, down there with the headset, running the boundary down there, and got the runner's kit on. Fraser Dent for the Magpies.
Yeah, he looks pretty fit too.
He does.
So good crowd in too, Panda. It's got a good really feel about this one. Overcast conditions at the moment, not raining at the moment. We're not too far off a start. I reckon probably another 45 seconds. And
any wind out there at all, Chris Oda,
No,
at all?
It's perfect conditions, guys. Yeah, great. Going to be a great game. Lights are on, so nothing to complain about today.
What about the wet conditions out there, or is it pretty dry?
No, it's pretty dry. The ground's obviously in great nick. It's got good drainage with the cycling track around it. The centre wicket's been covered. There's no sign of any mud. It's going to be a hard surface there, so expect a nice ball up to start with.
And of course, we'll take you around the grounds for the Plough in Tarrawingi. There's some other big Ovens and Murray games happening today. Albury taking on the Wodonga Raiders, Wodonga up against the Wangaratta Rovers, and we've got North Albury against Lavington as well. But right here at the Normins Oval, it's the Wangaratta Magpies up against the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. How good is it to see Jake Sharp run around out there, Robbie?
So good. And I think it's so good for his teammates too, the whole club. It's no doubt it's been a big lift.
There you go, 2 o'clock. The umpire holds the ball in the air. And for the Old Town and Country Tavern, it's Robbie McKinlay here on O&M Live.
Thanks, Panda. Give the tap to Chris. Good early action here from Del Bosco. Where to the football? Knowles knocks it on. Del Bosco back again. Might have got a push in the back. Play on to call. A good tackle there from Jackson Clark. So no real breeze to speak of. Not raining at the moment, and it's quick clearing kick here. Myrtleford take the ball to half forward. Early chance here for Sharp. Kick off the ground was good by Riley. Out towards the boundary line, leading in the race ball. Van Berlo was held, and Dylan Van Berlo will take the first free kick of the game. Deep in defence for Wangaratta. We've only gone about 30 seconds. Panda 0-0. And Van Berlo finds Anderson, or does he? He does, just inside the boundary.
No, hang on. The goal umpire has said that went out on the full, I think, Chris, boundary side for Wodonga MG.
The boundary umpire had probably better view, but didn't call it, but the goal umpire did, so it's going to be a free kick to Sharp.
Yeah, Riley Sharp, free kick right in the heart of the pocket here at the Normins Oval. Evans Street end of the ground, so town end of the ground. He'll run around here, you'd expect Robbie on the left.
Yeah, I reckon he will.
Or Boonanana on the right.
I reckon left.
Okay.
Left. He's just creeping a bit.
He is. I reckon he looks like he's going around on the right here with the banana. He is. So Riley Shite tied up in the pocket, has pushed it across the face of goal, and that's through for a behind. So the first score of the day goes to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They're one behind. Wangaratta yet to go inside forward 50. We've gone about a minute and a half on the Love Earth Store scoreboard. Robbie McKinlay for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
Dylan Van Berlo will bring it back in this time. I reckon he might go a bit longer. No, in fact, it's Grossman. So Grossman's kick, it's a good one. He finds Luke Saunders at half-back in front of the scoreboard.
O'Shea with the big job on Ben Reid boards.
So O'Shea on Reid. Kick down the line. Clark is there. Couldn't control the footy. Mighty thought I got a free kick. Handball was okay. Clearance by Sharp. Down to forward. Grossman takes a good chest mark at half-back for Wangaratta. No, 1 point to Myrtleford. Wangaratta yet to score. We've gone 2 minutes.
It's on the Macca's time clock. Grossman just didn't really know what to do with it, so he went by hand to Saunders. Look at that for a kick. Beautiful chiselling kick to Mark Anderson, but there's a good press on here from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They've hemmed the Wangaratta Magpies deep inside their defensive half. Anderson just clears it up towards the wing. Great strong mark by Jackson Clark, who's made a brilliant start to his reinvigorated Magpies career. He goes up towards the half-forward line. It's been marked by Cal Moore. He plays on, and he's got Reed in the pocket. It's a beautiful kick. Great Magpies football. A Mawson's concrete player today, right from defence to the forward line, and Reed marks 40 metres out on a 45-degree angle. Robbie?
Yeah, it's clinical, wasn't it? Just good use of the ball. Making space for each other was important. Cal Moore, too, just realised he had the opportunity to play on really quickly. Ryan Crisp had lost his balance, and the kick to Reedy was perfect.
A few big names in that combination, guys. Clark to Moore to Reed.
Kicked 12 goals for the year, Ben Reed. That is an absolute Schenkmeister, if you don't mind. It didn't even make the distance off the instep. And Cal Crisp for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints is marked in the goal square. Deary me, Robbie, not what Ben Reed was after, as Cal Crisp goes out towards his defensive flank, and it's marked by Riley O'Shea. No score there from Ben Reed and the Magpies.
Yeah, he goes short, and he finds Jake Sharp. Sharp, kick, centering line. Saunders is there and takes a good mark. Very underrated footballer, this fella. Not within the Wangaratta Magpies, though. Saunders, he goes short. Good kick, and he finds Michael Boarding on, who has the option to chip it over the top of McVeigh. Decides he'll go longer. Dane Porter's there. Pushes out his opponent, Hugh Wales. Short ball now, McVeigh. Left foot kick. Squaring kick. It's a good kick too. You pay those.
Yep.
And Calmore's taken the mark. Under a bit of pressure, he held it long enough. 30 metres out directly in front. Chris Mitchell. Boundary side for Wangaratta MG.
Yeah, no surprise that the Morris medalist has started on fire, hasn't he, boys? And he can match up anywhere he wants. He did some work on the wing here, setting Reed up, and now he's going to have a shot at goal. So not much Colmore can't do, boys.
Directly in front.
30 goals for the year.
Yeah, and he has, and he sort of just played up there when he wanted to play up
The
there.
next best is 13, Robbie.
Yes, that's a good lead, Panda. You'd like that going in the last round of the tournament. Directly in front, kick on the way, gets the job done. So off and running, a goal to Calmore, 31 for the year. And we now see the Wangaratta Magpies take the lead. And Myrtleford are one behind, one straight six. And stats for Waters. Dan Vaccaro, what have you got early days, mate?
Probably early on is the potency inside 50. So Myrtleford have had the two inside 50s with no score, and then Wangaratta have gone forward twice as well inside their 50, and they've kicked a goal. So good starts in the Waters stats sheet.
Chris O, what are you noticing boundary side for Wangaratta MG? The ball movement for the Magpies seems a little bit more controlled.
Yeah, they're pretty slick, aren't they? They don't take too many touches to get into their 50, but you just look at the firepower they've got up there. Reed, Newton and Moore. So, yeah, it's going to be a hard day all day for the Myrtleford defenders.
It is indeed. I wouldn't like to be down there as Cal Chris wins that tap down back in the middle of the ground. Anchors thought he might have been held, and Sammy Martin goes to ground. So might see a few ball ups today. We've been assured that the conditions out there from Chris Mitchell are pretty good though, Robbie.
They're good.
Was Riccardi held without it? Umpire said no. Martin tried to get a quick kick away. Riccardi just socketed it off mid-air. Wangaratta Magpies players want deliberate here. Umpire not buying any bit of that, and we got a boundary throw in. Ovens River side of the ground on true centre wing. Dan Vaccaro.
Just for Waters electrical boys, Sammy Martin's been involved early. He's had the two early touches.
Yeah, of course, Sam Martin in Guernsey, number 27.
Usually 11, isn't he?
Yeah. So Cal Chris got it towards Martin. Martin got a handball back to Chris. Chris got it to Del Bosco. Del Bosco kicks the ball inside forward 50. Sharp was there and he gets it on the second bite. He probably would have got a free kick anyway. Played on immediately. Top of the goal square. Dawson Simpson. There's a wrestling.
Probably a free kick, boys.
Great umpiring. Let it go. They both had a bit of a hand on each other and they'll throw it in, or is it a point? It's a minor score, so I like that, Panda.
That's the Myrtleford Alpine Saint coming out of Chris Mitchell, I reckon there. No, I think
it was a bear tackle.
Well, it was almost a bear tackle. Anyway, the Grossman for the Magpies just brings the footy in straight away. Out on the far wing of the ground here. Gotchling's working up in a phone box. He went by hand. Look at that step from Anchors. Wasn't that absolutely brilliant? He kicked up towards the wing. Newton at ground level couldn't pick it up, but Porter goes over and lends a hand, and he goes back to Anchors, who continued on running. So the Magpies moving up the ground here. Reed dropped what he should have marked. It was an easy chest mark option, but he goes inboard to Porter, who's all on his own. And he's got Anderson running for him in the middle of the ground. Ignores that. Porter plays on and he sends it in towards Cal Moore. He's down there. Getting back in the hole was Quirk for the Saints, but Moore went in, got another hand pass. Down on hands and knees, Fraser Ellis-Dean tries to allay a fair bit of pressure, and the Saints just clear, but it's going to come straight back because Riccardi's under a fair bit of pressure, Robbie.
Yeah, got it back to Hubert Wales, whose kick in a hurry has gone out of bounds on the full. So free kick for Myrtleford.
Just gutsy work there by Quirk guys before going back with the flight of it when Cal Moore was steaming out of the goal square for the Pies.
So free kick, will go the way against Myrtleford. Go to Wangaratta. Jamie Anderson brings it in, goes short to his fellow backman, Matt Grossman. So plenty of numbers inside forward 50, and that's where the ball heads now. Chance here for Newton. Did he get a push? He did. He got a push. He put a bit of mayo on it.
Of course he did, just a little bit.
Little bit
was
mayo.
there.
Just a little bit of mayo, just the right amount of mayo. And he's got a shot on goal. It's a pretty tight angle. He'll just square it up. Oh, what a pass by Michael Newton. Cal Moore burst out of the box, led superbly, and the kick hit him on the guts.
Trisso, you can put that down to a shepherd from Ben Reid, who just went up and got in front of the Myrtleford opponent there and said, "You're not following Moore," and it was a great kick.
Yeah, he protected the space really well and his opponent. So, yeah, Moore just, I think pretty much Newton said, you're going to mark it over here. Cal right in front, and I'm going to give you another shot at goal.
Yeah, 25 metres out, right in front. He's already kicked one today, Cal Moore. This will be 32 for the season. Kick on the way. He's missed it. He's pushed it to the right ferociously. 1-17 Wangaratta Magpies. They lead Myrtleford 2 behind. We've gone 8 minutes on the Macca's time clock.
We'll go around the ground soon. We'll get Dan Vaccaro on that for the Plough in Tarrawingi. A couple of big other Ovens and Murray games happening today. Hugh Wales' kick was a bit of a sidewinder, and there's a free kick here. Advantage, Plough for the Wangaratta Magpies. They go back inside forward 50. A sweeping hand pass back to Sharp, and his kick goes out towards half-back. Ovens, River side of the ground. Was Quirk grabbed without it. Umpire said play on. The Magpies force a turnover. Sharrock goes inboard, and Reid marks 30 metres out on a slight angle. They just willed that footy forward, Chris Mitchell.
Yeah, the delivery's first class too, isn't it? And there's lots of space for the forwards to lead into. So, yeah, that's creating headaches for the defence.
Don't panic when they got the ball, Robbie. Look at that delivery from Sharrock. He could have blazed away, and a young player probably would have to the top of the goal square.
Yep. And Holland Dean did really well there too. Got the ball to Sharrock.
So hopefully this kick from Ben Reid is a bit better than his first, which was a very ordinary one. Ben Reid comes in, he goes, "Let's go, boys," and he's got his 13th for the year, and the Magpies got their second of the day. They go to 2-1-13. Myrtleford 2 behinds on the Lovehurst Store scoreboard. We've gone around 10 minutes of the Macca's time clock. Dan Vaccaro, what are you noticing those inside 50 numbers for Waters?
Yeah, so the inside 50 numbers, boys, relatively even. So Myrtleford 3 and Wang Magpies have the 4. The mark inside 50s, Wang have had 4, and they're just a lot more potent going forward. And it's probably on the back of their half-back flanker, Matt Grossman. He's had the 4 early touches. He's been looking really good as well.
Always one of the best in the business, Robbie, is our man Dan Vaccaro.
Chris Mitchell for Aubrydong MG. Simon Curtis on the ground yet?
No, he is on the ground, boys.
Just come on.
Yep, Burns just about to come on. He's waiting to come on as well.
Dawson Simpson got the tab towards Martin. Kick now towards Quirk. Inside handball to Dawson Simpson. Kicks the ball to half-back, and just reading the ball beautifully is Matthew Grossman. At half-back, seen a fair bit of the footy already is Grossi. Plays on now. He comes to the broadcast side of the ground. Working hard, was boarding on. Almost took it. Got it, missed it. Handball over the top was excellent there from Harry Hewitt. Got it onto Newton towards Reid. Front of the pack there. Reid works well. Got a very hard hand. Oh, I thought that might have been out of bounds. And it's going to be a free kick. Penalty. I thought it might have been out of bounds, but a free kick's going to go the way of Benny Reid. Really good tackle. Oh, I don't know about that, Chris Mitchell.
Yeah, no, I think it was probably there. I think he tried to dispose it and it sort of flicked off his leg or his knee, but yeah, holding the ball.
I thought it was definitely out of bounds.
Yeah, that's probably more, sorry Chris, that's probably more what I was alluding to, but Ben Reid, last time from here it wasn't good. Gee, that looks okay. Oh, he just missed the left-hand side. Minor score. They're looking ominous, they're looking dangerous. 2-2-14 the Magpies. They lead Myrtleford 2 behind. We've gone 11.5 minutes on the Macca's time clock. Dan Vaccaro, we're going to get to you shortly, go around the grounds. You, Blake Penn-Escott, can continue your good work from earlier on.
Thank you very much, Robbie, for the Old Town and Country Tavern. That wasn't a great kick there from Crisp out towards his teammate. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints are trying to work this footy out of defence, and that is going to bring rain. I think the rain may have just started falling, or maybe it's... No, the rain hasn't started falling. It's the dirt on the window here in the bird box, Robbie. Just clouded my mind a little bit. Anyway, we've got a ball up here at half-back for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They trail this one by 2 goals.
Bill Laurie would love commentating.
He would,
wouldn't he?
in the pigeon box. So Simpson, he's a big fella on hands and knees. It's a long way down for him. Sharps around this footy, applying a bit of pressure on Holland Dean. And I think Simon Curtis got that kick away up towards the wing for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Good tackle here from Murray Waite, wrapping up Fraser Ellis in the long sleeve. We've got a stalemate and a ball up on true centre wing, the scoreboard. 2-2-14, the Magpies. Myrtleford 2 behinds. We've gone 12 minutes on the Macca's time clock. Dan Vaccaro for Waters.
What a stats, boys. Sammy Martin's worked his way up to 4 touches this quarter, and Matt Grossman's up to 5. Been really good on the water stat sheet.
And quickly for the plough in Tarawinji, a couple of scores from around the ground.
Yeah, so Albury and Raiders. Albury off to a fly, so they're 30 and Raiders are 12. And Wang Rovers 8-0. That game's just started.
Free kick's going to go the way of Sam Martin. Smack bang midfield. He's a little bit indecisive. Decides he'll go off the left foot down the line. Sharp got a push.
Yep.
He got a hefty push.
2 on 1.
2 on 1, and Riley Sharp will have a free kick. Too far out to score, around about 70 metres out from goal. Kicking to the Melbourne end of the ground, or the cricket net end of the ground, Panda.
Good nets.
Kick's not a bad one, although Grossman just worked his way in front of his opponent there, which was Riley O'Shea, and got a fist on it, and it's going to be a boundary throw in. About 20 metres around from the Myrtleford goal. They'd love to get one now. They trail by 12 points, Panda. And we're doing this one for A-grade batteries and oils, first quarter action.
Blake Panderescott with you, Robbie McKinlay, Chris Mitchell and Dan Vaccaro for the Old Town and Country Tavern. Head there afterwards after we go to APCO, of course. Boundary throw in. Fraser Holland Dean, half forward. He's pushed up well into his defensive end. He clears for the Magpies. Anchors is in there. Hubert Wales sees it over the boundary line, and we've got another boundary throw in. True centre wing right in front of the Ovens River side of that wing over there. The beautiful looking Normins Oval. Robbie, it's a bit of a gloomy day. The lights are on here at the Normins Oval.
Do we use a yellow footy?
That's actually a really good option.
Yeah,
it's a really good option.
That comes into play. Who knows? Moore out of the back of the pack. He does that well with a banana kick inside forward 50. Newton worked his way to the front. He did okay. They got numbers though. Handball was good there by Wales. Huey through to Curtis. Kick into half forward. No one's got control at the moment. Good tackle. Dawson Simpson back to Curtis. Curtis through traffic. Goes short. Bang. Gee, that's a good kick. That is a great kick. He's found Cal Chris 50 metres out directly in front. He goes short. And it's good work there. Picked up here. Chance here by Liam Byrne against his old side. He's ran down. Is he being pushed? Held, indisposed of. Free kick goes to Wangaratta. Van Burley got a quick release handball to Grossman. Oh, ready to roll. Bit of early trouble there. Got it off to Calmore, and he's down, flying down the wing.
Yeah, Grossman caught one high or late. Take your pick anyway. A boundary throw in at half forward for the Wangaratta Magpies.
It was all fair.
It was all fair. They lead this 2-2-14. Myrtleford yet to nab a goal. They're just 2 behinds on the Lovehurst Store scoreboard. 15 gone to the Macca's time clock. Dan Vaccaro, what have you got for us for Waters?
Matt Dustin's still yet to get amongst the boys. He hasn't had the touch yet, but hopefully soon.
So the ball spills out here to Knowles. Long way to... Sorry, it's McVeigh. Fraser Ellis' handball. Missed a teammate. Dustin right on cue. Wins the hand pass, but not to a teammate because Sharrock emerges and he's got Jackson Clark running for him on the Ovens River side of the ground. Clark's got teammates at half forward. One of them here is McVeigh, his former West Preston teammate. Not a great kick. Looking for Newton, and down there marking Brady Sharp for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Big job today. He goes across to his brother, Jake Sharp. Registers his first disposal on the Waters stat sheet. He goes across to your man, Robbie Horrigan. Oh, his kick wasn't great. Turnover. Fraser Ellis picks it up on the left and makes him pay. What a snap that was from Fraser Ellis, and the Magpies, their lead now goes to 18 points. Chris O. Oh, Jake Sharp wouldn't be happy with that.
No, and I think Jake Sharp was in 2 minds whether to kick it long, but he took the safer option to go to Horrigan. It was a shocking kick in the back half, and paid dearly.
Dan, you never mean to make mistakes like that on a footy field, but I tell you what, that was very, very costly.
Yeah, it is costly. It almost seems like the Myrtleford boys are just getting a little bit perceived pressure down in that back 50, but yeah, Magpies have been really good. They've had the 7 inside 50s already this quarter, and Matt Grossman's been good with 6 touches on the Waters stat sheet.
That's a really good call there from Dan Vaccaro about that perceived pressure.
Yeah.
And it does make you probably rush things a little bit. Out of the middle of the ground, gee, they're good through there. This was Knowles. Pumped it into half forward. Read from behind. Sensible tackle. More pressure here. Ball inside forward 50 for the Maggies. Now, it's going to be a throw. Throw. It's going to... Oh, careful. Going to give it back properly here, Sharpie. He does that. He eventually gets it back to Abe Ankers, who's right on the arc of the 50. Spots up the lead from Newton, and Newton almost pulled in a good grab. Ball came to ground. Front on tackle from McVeigh was heavy and strong and legal. And he's going to force a ball up. Gee, they're a big side. They've got strength everywhere. And they've made an impressive start. 20-2 they lead.
Free kick.
Oh, free kick. It's going to go this way. It's going to go back towards Jake Sharp. Has it at half back, Panda. And this time the kick is much better and finds Simon Curtis. And he goes wide.
He does. He's got Crisp out there. And Crisp has marked Ryan Crisp. So the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, Chris O, boundary side for Orbadonga MG, need a goal, and they need it now. They trail by 18 points.
No, they do, Panda, but they need to get their hands on it and slow the ball down a little bit because it's playing on Wank's terms at the moment.
17 gone to the Macca's time clock. First quarter for A-grade batteries and oils. And Kurt Aylett is going to go up towards half forward, but Robbie, no one's there. Grossman's got his own footy at the minute. Didn't mark, but Gotchling went in there and he hand-passed. Grossman goes back in and gets it out towards Saunders. On his opposite, right foot kick wasn't a bad one. Over the head of Ankers. Running onto this footy was the speedy Pat Warner, the boy from Benalla. Tried to hand pass to a teammate, but intercepted brilliantly there by Wicks. He was pushed as he kicked it, and it's a free kick for the Magpies for out on the full, Robbie.
On the full?
Yep, out on the full. We've gone 18 on the Macca's time clock. The Pies by 18. Robbie McKinlay for the Old Town and Country Tavern on O&M Live.
Fraser Ellis will bring it back in. Oh, no, he won't. He's going to give it off to a teammate. Ellis kicked one of the goals of the year.
That was a brilliant snap, wasn't it?
Great snap. Lukey Saunders gives up a fair bit of ground here, and he goes back to Dylan Van Burlo, who floats one back to young Ellis, but he's good enough and bold enough and takes a good grab.
Has Fraser Ellis gone to a complete new level this year, Robbie?
There's a little bit of Joe Richards about this lad at the moment.
He's had 20 touches in every game.
Yep. There you go, 20 plus. So Sharrock, here's another one of those very good players. Now, what have you got here? It's going to be a throw-in, is it? So he's walked out of bounds, did he?
I think he did.
He's a bit stiff.
He's played on out of bounds.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah.
So,
anyway, it's a
the
free kick
fella's
against
nailed him, and it'll be a boundary throw-in. Centre wing, we have gone 19.5 minutes on the Macca's time clock, and on the Love Earth store scoreboard, it is 20-2 in favour of Wangaratta.
Goals to Calmore, Fraser Ellis and Ben Reid. Three big guns for the Magpies. One of them on cue there, on hands and knees, was Jesse Smith. But Munro picks the footy up and goes inside forward 50 for the Saints. Dawson Simpson's down there in a big tussle with Anderson. Dawson Simpson's got 2 to beat, and you'd probably take that because he's forced. Chris O, he's forced a boundary throw in 5 metres around for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal.
He was outnumbered 2-1, and the ball was going to go over his head anyway. Made a contest, so throw in a good spot for Myrtleford.
It is a good spot, but gee, they need this next goal. We've ticked over 20 minutes. Dawson Simpson got a tap out the back, but well read by Boardington. Kicks the ball to the sort of interchange side of the ground. Numbers there with Hubert Wales. Cleverly taps the ball to his coach Sharp. Jake Sharp kicks the ball inside forward 50. Target there, one-handed attempt. Is missed there by Riley O'Shea. And it is going to go out over the boundary line again. So, but again, good pressure inside that defensive 50 from the Magpies. Forces the boundary throw in. Panda Escott, 20.5 minutes gone. Wangaratta lead 20-2.
We'll get a Dan Vaccaro's Yarrawonga News and Gifts netball update soon. Boundary thrown from the young boundary umpire was brilliant. Liam Byrne, was he grabbed high? Umpire says no, give it to me. Ball up 20 metres out from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. They've got a bit of control at the moment, Robbie, for the first time in a very, very long time.
Roach with the big job on Anchors, boys. Let's watch that one.
So Simpson in the ruck contest. He's dangerous here. Tap down went to Clark. Oh, wait, was that a throw? He just scooped that one up. That was extraordinary. Anyway, not called. We've got a boundary throw in now, 40 metres out for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. That was an old ice cream scoop. You get a monumental, Robbie. That was brilliant.
Block a Roach handoff.
A volleyball spike, wasn't it?
It's a water stat, boys. That's what it is.
Oh, don't he like that? Ball back into play. Simpson won the tap. And working hard there is Del Bosco. Aylett was good. Munro, can he break clear? He does. Off the left foot. Matty Munro nails it from 40 on the run. Left foot snap over the right shoulder for a seal line goal of the day contender. Don't you worry about that. But gee, what about the good work there from Big Dawes Simpson in the ruck? They tied it up nicely, and Matty Munro, that burst of speed early on, got the job done. And that's a badly needed goal. 3-2-20 Wangaratta. Myrtleford 1-2-8. 22 minutes gone. Dan Vaccaro for Waters.
Yeah, what a stat sheet, boys. Great goal there by Matty Munro. He's had his second touch for the corner. But they're going with them. They've had the 6 inside 50s, and it's on the back of the great play by Simon Curtis earlier this quarter and Sammy Martin with the 5 touches as well. And just quickly for around the grounds and the netball, boys, Albury Tigers leading Raiders 40-31. North Albury down to Lavington, 7-15. Wang Magpies 12-10, so that's a close game at the start, and Wodonga Bulldogs 8-13.
Well, thanks to Yarrawonga News and Gifts back in the middle of the ground. We've got a free kick here going the way of the Wangaratta Magpies.
What was that one for there, Panda? I missed it.
Chris, I reckon that was for a bit of a sling, was it?
Yeah, I reckon maybe a bit hot. Yeah, or a dangerous tackle. Hard to see, boys.
It's Liam McVeigh down there on his haunches. And he's going to get it. Yeah.
I reckon.
It looks like he's winded.
Or he's got the guts taken out of him, Panda.
I reckon he has anyway.
He can put his watch like on. That's what's happened.
Chris Knowles just pumps him in towards young Harry Hewitt. That falconed him. Dearie me. Anyway, Myrtleford are trying to flick it out and sort it out of their defence. Big good tackle there from Mark Anderson. Wraps up sharp. And we've got a ball up 50 metres out from the Wang Magpies goal. Broadcast side of the Norm Minns Oval.
He just beset upon him, didn't he?
He did. Chris with another tap down. Oh, in a phone box there was, I think, Wicks. Found a teammate. This one's going to bring rain. I thought the mark was almost taken there by Sammy Martin. Anyway, Anchors had to hand pass it out. Martin went back in for the Saints and kicks this up towards the wing. Anderson sees it over the boundary line right in front of Chris Mitchell for Albury Wodonga MG. 20-8, the Magpies lead.
Nearly going to get a touch here, guys. Throw it back in.
Well, feel free to help out, Chris O. It will be thrown back in. Hurled back in. One of the young ladies doing a cracking job on that boundary. We've seen a lot of her good work all year. Magnificent. Good tap there, straight to Anchors. Anchors kicks it down the line, and Ryan Chris takes the mark. Will he go across the ground to Dussin? No, he doesn't. See, Dussin's playing on Cal Moore now.
I like that match.
Yeah, yep. It does take it away in a few other areas, though. Here's my man, Hourigan. Who
matches him physically, I reckon, though, Robbie.
Yeah, two best players from both sides, isn't it, really?
Hourigan down the line. It's a nice high up and under. Get under that, they say. Big pack. Fist is okay. Wallace couldn't control the footy. Now he does. He did really well. Got it back to Riley Sharp. Hurried handball. Chance here coming through was Quirk. Couldn't control the footy. She's pretty hot. Aylett went in. Out the back to Jake Sharp. Quick handball was chopped out nicely there by Gotchi. Oh, that's a crude tackle. Jakey Sharp comes up over the top. And it's going to be a free kick. It's going to go the way. Is it? It's young Hunter Gosling down there. It is. Take it away, Panda.
Yeah, he's got a lovely left foot, and Grossman's made a fair bit. He's going to get pink hole in the ball here. No, somehow got a hand pass away to Anchors, who came through and kicked up towards half forward. Cal Moore marks 60 from home. Wheels around straight away and kicks it down towards Newton. He couldn't mark. Out the back, Fraser Hollandine. Can he run onto it? Can he sock it off the ground? He doesn't do either. He swings around on the left. And it goes out of bounds for on the full, and it's a free kick here to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. That was quick. Every time Cal Moore marks, he plays on, he sends them into attack, and he makes things happen. Not on that occasion, the Magpies. 3-2-20, Myrtleford 1-2-8, Marutha scoreboard. Time on in the first quarter for A-grade batteries and oils.
The Saints, they'll bring it down line. Here was Will Quirk bringing the ball back into play. Knowles pushed an opponent off the footy, which is Chris, and he held up nicely. Knowles got it to Dane Porter, got it back on there to Harry Hewitt. Hewitt from long range, go bang for a steal line. Goal of the day, Harry Hewitt. Take a bow, young man. 4-2-26 Wangaratta. They lead Myrtleford 1-8. How about a bit of that? Chris Mitchell for Albury Wodonga MG.
Yeah, it was great work from Knowles in the boundary. He just used some brute strength to get away from his opponent and send it long there. And another goal of the prize. That's their fourth.
Dan, he could have blazed away Chris Knowles, couldn't he there? But he just spot up a teammate in Dane Porter, went on by hand, and it was just great play.
It was fantastic, and it's what separates Wang to the other teams. But they've had 12 inside 50s now, Wang, so they're pretty much dominating with the 5 marks inside 50 as well. And it's on the back of Abe Anchors and Matt Grossman. Abe Anchors has had the 6 touches, and Grossman's had 8.
Grossman's been very dangerous across half-back, Rob, here from Jake Sharp and Dawson Simpson. And maybe putting a tagging role there on him because he's been everywhere. Dawson Simpson from the restart. Just a grubbered kick up towards half forward. Munro and Anchors are out there. The ball came once again to Chris Knowles, and Anchors came running through. He's got time and space through the middle of the ground, and that's what he does. He just makes good decisions because Newton's marked 45 metres out. Plays on Michael Newton, goes goal bound, and it's across the face. Through for a point. Dangerous. The Magpies are pressing 4-3-27, Myrtleford 1-2-8. It's a 19-point lead to the Wangaratta Magpies. When Anchors has time and space, Chris Mitchell, do the middle of the ground. Is there a better sight in the comp?
He's all class and composure, isn't he? And it just hits him on the chest, so you'd love to be leading to him.
I notice now Mick Newton has sort of come out more towards centre half forward. Cal Moore drops into the gold square. Rudy, he's a coach, he can please himself. Now, Hubert Wales brings the ball back in. Good kick too. The chest mark was missed there by Wallace. Saunders, quick hands, was okay to Gotchling, and he's got him high. You can see a very demonstrative decision there by the field umpire, which was correct.
It was clearly there from Wallace pushing the back.
Saunders gets the ball inside forward 50. Up they go. Ball comes to ground, and Buddy Munro has gathered it and has been tackled. And he would have heard in the background siren sounds. First quarter action completed for A-grade batteries and oils, and it was Wangaratta who really have taken up the early running. 4-3-27, lead Myrtleford 1-2-8. Here's Panda Blake Escott.
Yeah, that one on the Lover Store scoreboard. We're going to go to a break. When we come back, we'll dissect this one. We'll do our quarters best for Flex Out Physio. We'll go around the grounds for the Plough and Tarrawingi and find out some other netball scores as well. You're listening to O&M Live, a 19-point lead to the Magpies here at quarter time.
All clear.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it.
Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Second quarter about to get underway here. It is quarter time of the Norm Inns Oval, and the Wangaratta Magpies lead by 19 points, 27-8. Dan Vaccaro, who caught your eye that quarter for the Flex Out Physio quarter's best?
The quarter's best, well, we'll start off with Myrtleford. I thought Sammy Martin was a little bit of a lone wolf in that midfield. He was really good. He had the 6 touches, but he was digging deep and he did well. And then for Wang Magpies, you can't go past Grossman. He was fantastic that quarter. He had the 8 touches and he looks really potent off the half-back line.
What a stat sheet. I like the lone wolf.
Yeah, so the lone wolf, the one with that, yeah.
I like it. They're like the Bucks party.
Yeah, well, I thought we'd keep that theme going,
Yeah,
boys.
nice.
And then just looking on the stat sheet there, so the clearance is not much to look at out of the centre, so it was just 1-2 in favour of Myrtleford, but the free kick count was 10-4, which is in favour of Magpies. So Myrtleford maybe a bit of the rough end of the stick, as Chris Mitchell, I'm sure, would agree with.
Or Wangaratta.
No, they do a great job.
Head
So,
over the ball.
And then the inside 50s is the damning part, boys. So 14 inside 50s, Wang Magpies 2, Myrtleford 6 that quarter. And Mark's inside 50 as well. Myrtleford had 2 and Wang Magpies had 6. And then we'll go around the grounds just for O&M as well. So good start by North Albury. They're leading 25 to 14 in favour of the North boys. So that's fantastic. Did you tip them, Peter?
I didn't know.
Yeah, right, okay.
Get on with it, Vaccaro.
Good little game down at John Flower Oval. 16-15 as well, and we'll get on to the other one soon.
But of course, thanks to the plough in Tarrawinji, Robbie McKinlay, that'll be pumping tonight.
It will, Panda, particularly when we turn up. Hey? Yeah. No, that pull them through the game.
Absolutely.
I'm going to let you kick off here. All right. I want you to open the batting in the second quarter.
Thank you very much, Robbie. I couldn't do much of that throughout the year, so we'll do it here on O&M Live. Second quarter,
on this venue.
Action for Solar Integrity. The Magpies lead by 19 points. Munro somehow just found a hand pass to Martin, who went to Curtis, and Jake Sharp sends it up towards half forward. No one down there though for the Saints, and filling in the hole was Lukey Saunders.
He's a gem.
He is very underrated. You know what? He doesn't miss a target. His kick though bounced just in front of McVeigh, but he had enough time to go by hand to Anderson, tied up against the boundary. Broadcast wing of the Norm Inns. He goes up towards half forward. Newton did well to get out the back. Did he get pinned holding the ball? No. Umpire said play on. Sharp went and picked it up, and his kick wasn't great. Magpies play called to play on as McVeigh sends it back inside forward 50. Reed down there in a tussle with Crisp. Here's a chance for Kelmore on his left, and goals. Kelmore's kicked his third, and the Magpies lead now by 25 points. Just like that, Kelmore has 3 goals.
Ben Reed.
2 goals, sorry.
Ben Reed's work there, Pan. Almost impossible to mark. Chris Mitchell for Albury Dog MG. He juggled it once, twice. He's third one. He tapped it to the advantage of Kelmore.
He kept it in play. He kept it in play and kept it in front of him and gave his teammate a chance to snap truly. And yeah, Kelmore's not going to miss from that far out.
2 goals, I should say, he's kicked, and that was a steal on goal today. Dan Vaccaro on the Water stat sheet.
Yeah, they've started really well. They've with the great goal there by and then A-Bank is already getting an early touch as well.
Here we go, Niles cleverly to Jackson Clark. Kicks the ball inside forward 50. Dustin and Moore. Dustin takes a good grab. And he plays on immediately. Punches it nicely too. Far side of the ground. He finds Matty Munro. Always plays on immediately. Quickly. Does that. Kick's going to be good. His target was Jared Wallace. He had no room to move. And that Wangaratta defence got back. And they gave him no opportunity all there, Panda. And it'll be a boundary throw in 70 metres around from the Myrtleford goal. They're in early trouble here. They trail 33-8. We've gone 2 minutes into the second quarter for Solar Integrity.
They just seem to break down a little bit at half forward, the Alpine Saints. And that's where the ball is right now on the Ovens River side of the ground.
Panda, you were raving about the Cam Knowles, Chris Knowles' work rate this year. He's been outstanding again today.
Yep, he has, as Martin kicks the Saints inside forward 50. Good tussle there between Sharp and Van Berlo. And there's a free kick for a push in the back to Riley Sharp. Chris Mitchell, interesting boundary side for Wangaratta MG.
I don't think it was there, but yeah, he's going to line up directly in front. You'd think he'd probably kick this one, but yeah, Van Berlo not very happy with that. And rightly so, I reckon.
Well, he fell to ground.
When he went, his momentum was taking him to the ground, but yeah, mate, the umpire had a better view than us, Panda.
Well, the captain needs a goal here because his footy club trail by 25 points. Early stages of this second quarter. He's going to line up 30 metres out directly in front, Riley Sharp. Getting the whistles, comes in, and he's nailed it. There you go, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints answer. 2-2-14, the Magpies 5-3-33 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard. Dan Vaccaro on the water stat sheet.
Yeah, so Alpine States have started all right. They've had the one inside 50 already, and that's come from Riley Sharp. But Sammy Martin's getting involved again. He's had the 2 early touches, along with Matt Munro and Simon Curtis getting their hands in the footy early, and Matt dusting off the half-back flank as well. So they're looking okay, Myrtleford. Hopefully they can come back and kick a few more.
If you love your footy, you wouldn't take your eyes off the matchup between Moore and Dustin, would you? Is there 2 better athletes in the L&M than those 2?
Yeah, we've got it all. I think Chrissy Mitchell, just a warning for you, mate. We're okay up here in the chicken coop, but there's rain on the way. Rain on the way.
I'll see you shortly.
Good luck, brother.
He'll be in the grandstand.
Munro's been good of late. Nice left foot chipping kick into half forward. Boarding on. A little backhanded fist towards the boundary line, and he finds the boundary line with a 20-metre gain, Panda. In fact, if you're doing stats for Waters on him, Vaccaro, I would give him a stat for that, a possession of some sort. It was like a ruthless backhander.
Stay off the stat sheets, Robbie.
All right, oh, geez, all right. Take it away, Panda.
Pop that one, Robbie.
I'm out.
There you go. Blake Panda Escott with you, Robbie McKinlay, Chris Mitchell and Dan Vaccaro for the Old Town and Country Tavern. A free kick here to Cal Crisp for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. This ruck battle is very interesting. Crisp has had his moments, and Knowles has been brilliant as well. Crisp just kicks it up towards O'Shea and Bordenyong in a contest. Great tackle there by Bordenyong, who laid a big one on Murray Waite. And there's a free kick here to Murray Waite, because the tackle from Bordenyong just held on and
probably should have been 50, because he blew the whistle a long time before I think it was the Wangaratta player kicked the ball away. So yeah, a bit of time wasted there.
There's a bit of a sling, so Murray Waite wearing the 41 today, usually wears 15.
Some number changes today, Panda.
He's right in front of our commentary box, kicks in towards space, went over everybody's head. There's another free kick to Riley Sharp for a push against Luke Saunders, this one, Chris Mitchell for Albury Longer MG.
I'm going to call that tunnelling, and what I mean by that is it probably let him under the ball a little bit with the ball going over his head.
Obstructed him, I reckon, Mitch.
Obstructed his run a little bit.
It was
not a push in the back, but it's an iffy one again.
Something wasn't right about it, Panda.
It didn't look, you know what I mean? It looked like it was definitely there. So Riley Sharp for 2 goals in 2 minutes, if you don't mind. We'll line up here 30 metres out on a slight angle. So they're edging their way back into this contest, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Riley Sharp is going to bring that back, and he's kicked a steal line goal at a contender. 2 and 2 minutes for the Saints. They go to 3-2-20. The Magpies 5-3-33 on the CMV truck and bus scoreboard.
Yeah, just for water stats, boys. Free kick count 4-0 this quarter in favour of Myrtleford, so it's almost a bit of an even upper. But the 2 inside 50s apiece for both teams. At Myrtleford look a little bit more potent going forward. Matt Munro's been good as well with 3 touches.
Jeez, we needed that, Robbie. We needed that. The rain's just starting to fall a little bit too, Chris, boundary side.
Oh, I haven't noticed at all, Panda.
I just want to keep reminding you. We needed that, though, because this game could have...
Rain's coming and so's Myrtleford, boys.
Could have blown out, Robbie, but they've just edged back to 13 points.
Hasn't our stats man clipped a few today?
I like it.
Riccardi, he'll drive them forward again. The Saints bouncing by. Well read by the young fella there. It was Charlie Stewart. He's a sort of a wild-looking dude. He looks like he'd be,
isn't he?
He looks like he'd be suited out in the Wild West, slinging a few guns, sculling a few whiskies. He's just got that look about the boy. I like him. Nice kick there too by Harry Hewitt. Gee, that's a good grab by Dane Porter. Plays on, kicks the ball long, into half forward. Newton's there over the back. Was good work there by Ryan Crisp. And it's going to be a boundary throw in adjacent to the Wangaratta Magpies behind post. 33-20, Wangaratta leading. The rain starting to get a little bit more fierce.
Tell you what, guys, Dane Porter hasn't had a lot of it, but what he's done has been pretty important. So composed, uses that handball really well. It's a real weapon for him.
Hello to you if you're on the R&M live stream, listening on 3NE or on 90.1 FM Myrtleford. Anchors, did he get held without it? Umpire said no. Dustin just kicked this footy as far away as he could. Big fist from Charlie Stewart at half back for the Magpies, but he's given away a free kick here. 50. And there is a 50. No, there's yep, there is. So there's a free kick here, I think, against Saunders maybe up the ground on Wallace.
Okay.
And Liam Byrne here has been brought 60 metres up the ground. Alrighty, what's he going to do here? Liam Byrne's going to kick this to the top of the goal square. Sharp's down there. He couldn't mark. Wallace out the back, applying a big tackle there on Anderson, who somehow flicked a nice hand pass to his brother. Mark, he's going to clear this one.
Great
Broadcast side, a great looking kick towards Gotchling. He went by hand to Jesse Smith. He went by hand to Stewart, and he's been caught holding the ball stone cold. A free kick to the Myrtleford Alpine Saints and Will Quirk. The Saints trail by 13 points. Robbie McKinlay for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
Well, White Herb got caught there, didn't he? That's a good kick too. Ball goes out over the back. Might be a chance here for Aylett. Van Burlo was good. Handball was good to Jamie Anderson. Got it back to Luke Saunders, who's a left footer. Good work, kicked it. Dan Sharrock's a nice one as well. Between half back and centre wing. Sharrock brings the ball back in towards midfield. Dane Porter got it. Handball over the top to Grossman. Gave a little high one towards Jesse Smith. One bout. No, he couldn't control it. Now he does. Got it back to Wyatt Earp. He kicks the ball to half forward now. It's not a bad one. Harry Hewitt has it. They're going to keep this ball rolling. They do through Anchors. Anchors has it at half forward. Looks for the lead from Newton. It's there. The kick though goes over his head. Good defensive work there. In the end from the defence of Sharp. It was Brody Sharp. It'll be a boundary throw in. 40 metres around from the Wangaratta goal. They currently lead 33-20. It's solar integrity we do in this quarter for Panda. And we have gone nearly 9 minutes on the Macca's time clock. I can't give any more than that.
No, you've done very, very well. A comprehensive recap there from Robert McKinlay. Myrtleford Alpine Saints win a free kick here. That was strange because Martin was tackled, dropped it, picked it up and called the play on. Anyway, his kick went up towards half forward. Chris sees it over the boundary line for a throw in right in front of the interchange benches here. Dan Vaccaro for Waters.
Yeah, just for Magpies, boys, a lot of their big name players have started really slow. Jackson Clark gets a touch it. Sharrock's only had the one, Grossman's had the one, and Anchor's only two.
Comprehensive there for Waters. Boundary throw in. Robbie McKinlay for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
Thank you very much, Panda. Knowles did well. He just got rid of it in time. Gotchling, short one to Porter, overrun it. He tackled Aylett. He had nowhere to go, and the umpire will ball it up.
It's a good game now, boys. I think Myrtleford's coming straight back into it, but they have had a bit of a helping hand from the umpires, I will admit.
Be a massive, if they could get this next goal, get that margin under double figures. Ball flung back in net. Knowles, good tap there by Dawson Simpson. Munro runs onto it. Off the left foot, Matty Munro kicks it deep into the forward line from behind. The ball come to ground. Wallace has overran it. He stayed with it though. He did it right. Ball searching for it. Aylett will have to stand up there. He can't trap it, and it's been kicked off the ground, and it'll be a boundary throw in. 50 metres out from the Myrtleford goal. They trail 20-33. 10.5 minutes gone. And we are rocking and rolling here. The lights are starting to take effect. It was a really good decision to turn them on early in the game. The ball flung back in, Panda, and it's at half forward here for the Saints.
Well, Smith just threw that out. Not sure how that wasn't called a throw. Anyway, it's going to come back here through Hugh Wales. His hand pass was too hot for his teammate Martin. Roach was grabbed with it. He's won a high free kick here, Roach. The Wang Magpies, Dane Porter thought it was a free kick for holding the ball. Anyway, Roach is 55 metres out. On the half-forward flank, broadcast side is going to kick this once again to the top of the goal square. Sharp's caught at the back. Here's a chance for Murray Waite. Over this footy was Saunders. We've got a boundary throw in 20 metres out from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. 5-3-33 the Magpies. Myrtleford 3-2-20. They kicked the last 2 goals in this one, thanks to Riley Sharp.
Yes, and if they can get the next one, Panda, it takes that margin under double figures. Throw in. Knowles, clever tap to Jackson Clark, who showed a bit of poise towards Mark Anderson. Riccardi was there. Free kick, spotted by the non-officiating umpire. Ash Broadman. Panda spotted it, so if Panda can pick it, I reckon it was there.
It was all over him.
He was there. Here is Jamie Anderson. Little high chipping kick now to Matt Grossman at half back. What's that stand behind Grossman there where the few of the boys seem to be having a bit of a sip there, Panda?
I'm not really too sure. You'd call it maybe the past players stand. Yeah.
Yep, looks like a fairly...
Very healthy.
Healthy crew there. Great kick to Reid. He spills it at the last moment there. Crisp applies a bit of pressure. Reid breaks it in. Reid, you want to be careful here, and he's going to fling it back in. So boundary throw in between wing and half forward for the Magpies. They lead 33-20. For Waters Aubrey, here's another clip from Dan Vaccaro.
No clip, boys. Matt Munro started really well. He's had the 4 touches, been super influential in the midfield.
We'll get an around the grounds for the play in Tarawinji again soon as Jackson Clark just edges the Magpies into They're attacking 50, and that's a win because we've got a boundary throw in 40 metres around from their goal. Chris Mitchell for Wangaratta MG boundary side.
Yeah, the rain's disappeared a little bit. There's some dirty clouds up there, so I'm a little bit concerned about that. But yeah, it's a game on at the moment. It's only 13 points. Myrtleford right back in it. They wouldn't want to let Wangaratta sneak a goal.
Looks pretty ominous coming from the Albury direction, those clouds. You got the Normans over. Whistle, and there's a free kick here to big Dawson Simpson in his own defensive 50 for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints in front of the scoreboard of the Normans, which reads 33-20 in favour of the Magpies.
Well, anyone from Wang reckons nothing good comes out of Albury. Maybe they might be right.
I think
Well, I'm down here today. They can't get much better than that. Ellis, handball's a good one towards Anchors. Intercepted nicely there, but I think it's Del Bosco. No, it was Riccardi. He got the follow-up. He punts it to midfield. This is a chance. Anderson read it beautifully. Jamie goes short to Boarding-on. The Blue Boot Society there. And Nick Boarding-on's right in the middle of the ground. He told the play on, and he goes long to half forward. It's not a bad kick. Mark was missed there by Jackson.
I reckon Roach gave a free kick away. Probably chop of the arm, maybe there, but yeah, Clark's going to send him into 50 now.
That's a good spot up there. Chris Mitchell down the boundary. Clark now gets the ball 20 out from goal. Tall Timbers there. Reed couldn't grab hold of it. Moore was there. Newton was there. Newton got a handball back to Moore. Had to kick it in a hurry. Real hurry. Under pressure. Out of bounds on the full. Myrtleford will bring it back in. 13.5 minutes gone for solar integrity. And on the C&V Truck and Bus scoreboard, it's 33-20. Wangaratta lead Myrtleford. You're Blake Escott.
You are Robbie McKinlay, and we're going to get an around the grounds update quickly from Dan Vaccaro for the plough in Tarrawingi.
Yes, and North Albury.
Oh, hold that thought there, because Sharp's kick into the middle of the ground was not great. It's been intercepted here by the Magpies. Newton taps it back. Here's a chance. Goalwood is through for a point. I think that was Jesse Smith. In fact, it was Dan Sharrock in the bright orange boots. Could have made him pay there. Not a great kick in from Jake Sharp for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. The Magpies don't make him pay. They do go to 5-4-34. Myrtleford 3-2-20. Dan, hold that. We will go around the ground soon. Here's Robbie McKinlay for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
Yeah, Brady Sharp, that's a better kick. It's a longer kick. Myrtleford, though. Munro was good. Head over the footy. Somehow got a handball out to Crisp. Cal at centre wing. Boarding-on did well. Got initially a little kick off the ground. Wide Earp was in there. But he might get a free kick. Wide Earp. Charles Stewart. I just reckon he looks like a Wild West gunslinger.
Doc Holliday?
Doc Holliday. Yeah. That's got a bit of a ring to it.
Great movie, Tombstone. One of the greats.
Yeah. And that was an absolute belter. Was that in black and white?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
Last time I watched it was in black and white.
I think they did a remake in the 80s. Val Kilmer, I think they did.
Yeah, I loved her. Whoever was it he or she?
Val Kilmer.
There you go. Crossman's got the shut up, you idiots. Crossman's got the footy. He has his second bounce in these greasy conditions. Has it turned, says get them up, you panda, and drives the ball long into forward 50. Reed was there, got a push on Newton. Play on, advantage rule over the back, and Calmore runs in and kicks his third goal to bring the Magpies lead out to 20 points. Well, there you go, Panda.
You needed that one, Robbie. It's fair to say after that. Calmore has helped you greatly.
Lucky Val Kilmer's not listed, Robbie.
Oh, I think he's not well, Val Kilmer, and he's probably gone taken a turn for the worse.
Come on.
After hearing that. Deary me, Robbie McKinlay. Anyway,
the Iceman will call him now, I think.
Calmore kicks his third goal. The Wangaratta Magpies 6-4-40. Myrtleford 3-20. Dan Vaccaro around the grounds quickly for Plough in Tarrawingi.
Yeah, Lavier in front of North now, boys. So 38-27, and then I'll get one more update for you. It is Wodonga and Wang, 34-22 in favour of Wodonga.
Oh, he's up and about. There's a kick in his step for sure. Dan Vaccaro.
See you, boys. I'm out.
And I'm sure there's not too much coming back from that, Robbie McKinlay. Anyway, Cal Crisp with a bit of time in the middle of the ground, shovels a hand pass back to Munro and just kicks the Saints inside forward 50. Good contest there between O'Shea and Bourdillon. Chance here for Liam Byrne. Fake one way, went the other way, went by hand to Aylett. Look at that for a hand pass for Aylett. Riccardi tied up against the boundary, dodging and weaving, snapping down there. Wallace in a contest couldn't mark for the Alpine Saints. Here's a chance for Sharp. Went back to his brother Riley. He was crunched in a big tackle. Great defence by the Magpies. Ball up 20 metres out, or 10 metres out from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. They trail by 20 points, 17 gone on the Macca's time clock.
So he's a bloke.
Val Kilmer is his man.
I've got an undies Val. I just thought. Anyway, Sharrock off full back, pumps the ball to half forward, right at the free kick. Yeah, definitely going to go the way of the Wang Mavericks. The
He's more of the
advantage
Robert
will
Redford
play.
era, boys.
I'm not sure there was much advantage there. Riley Sharp stood strong, got a handball to Munro, got it back to Riccardi, got it back to Munro. A little short squeezy kick. It goes underground, boarding on, picks it up. That is perfect towards the boundary line. And very effectively, Jackson Clark has worked that way out over the boundary line with his kneecap. And he's dragging half his shorts out of his higher part, middle part of his body there, Panda.
If Mitch Hobbs back in the studio can just get some classic Top Gun or Val Kilmer up for us on the effects studio PC, that would be brilliant.
Did a horrendous Batman too, Val Kilmer.
Yeah, for the halftime show.
I've never heard of him.
Anyway, boundary throw in, 70 around for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. Anchors, putting down for another Waters stat. His grubber little kick went into the middle of the Norman's Oval. Pat Warner did well, and there's a free kick, a high free kick to Saunders, who's gone forward. Plays on straight away to McVeigh. Beautiful looking kick up towards half forward, right in front of the scoreboard here, the Normans. Ben Reid, nice looking kick in towards Gotchling, who sees it over the boundary line for a throw in 30 metres around from the Magpies goal. They lead by 20, just like that quick ball movement once again, Dan Vaccaro for Waters.
Yeah, Matt Munro's had a really good quarter, boys. He's up to the 9 touches, and that brings him to 11 for the game.
Gee, Lukey Saunders been good for the Maggies today, hasn't he?
Plays anywhere, doesn't he?
Yeah, can play anywhere. I think he'll make a good winger down the track. Here's Cal Chris, got it towards Munro, who worked its way out towards Curtis. Now it goes down the line. Riley O'Shea from behind was Michael Boarding on, and I'm not sure I've ever seen anyone outmark Michael Boarding on when the ball's in that situation. Panda, he always gets a fist on it. But I think he's been the best fullback in this competition for probably the last 8-10 years. Michael Boarding on,
Really
absolute gem. Anyway, I've got a few things wrong today. I don't think I got that one wrong. Curtis, handball. He wasn't on the same page as his teammates Del Bosco. Now they work their way back to midfield. Grossman lurking. Look out here if it can break for him. Or Sharrock got one high. He did, and he'll take the free kick, and he will play on immediately, Panda. Or no, he won't. He'll go back.
He'll wait for a couple of targets to present down there inside his forward 50. It's pretty congested, but he goes down there towards Reid. Hands on it. Newton's going to goal. Oh, great smother. Great defensive smother there. I think it was Jake Sharp. No, I think it was Jake Sharp.
Jake Sharp, it was indeed.
Jake Sharp, the coach. A brilliant goal-saving smother. Newton was 10 metres out, and Sharp, brilliant stuff, and it's gone through for a point. So the Magpies 6-5-41, Myrtleford 3-2-20 as Dustin flies. He can't mark. Chris Knowles is marked for the Magpies, 60 metres out from his goal, Robbie McKinlay, for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
He's lived up to everything you've been talking about in this year. He's been fantastic. Lots of nasty knee in the back. McVeigh, he'll have surgery to get that left knee out of his back. Goodness me. He'll be somewhere between his 4th and 5th rib. High kick. Reed's going to beat free. He can't. Curtis marks. Half back. And he goes sideways. He goes to Jake Sharp, who marks. He'll do a little chipping kick over the top. It's okay too. And he finds Liam Byrne. Byrne, no real options. Had a bounce, a nervous bounce, and then a kick, a 50-50 contest. Ball came to ground. Munro overran it. They've got numbers though. Excellent. Riley Sharp got to wait. He goes low. Wallace was a target. Van Burlo was there. He shimmied one. He shimmied two. Shimmied the third. Got to Saunders. Intercepted by Munro. Was brilliant. Have a shot, Matt. He goes long to the goal square. No one home, and will run out over the boundary line. A bit of a win there in the end for the Saints. But goodness me, Matty Munro putting on a clinic here this quarter. Stats for Waters. Great man, Vaccaro.
Yeah, Matty Munro's had the 11 touches this quarter, and he's and he's had 14 for the game.
He's off the charts at the moment, Matt Munro. That was great gut running. Sharp went up there and almost marked that boundary throw in. Wow. Anyway, ball cleared up towards half back for the Magpies. Gee, Jackson Clark was clean. Went by hand to Anchors. Look at that beautiful kick. All of a sudden you look up, the Magpies are on true centre wing. Reid has numbers running to his left. One of them was Jackson Clark. Had to fake and go back to Ben Reid. And he just clears this one up towards half forward. Ellis in a contest out there with young Wicks, who sees it over the boundary line at half forward for the Wangaratta Magpies. 70 around from their goal. They lead this by 21 points. Speaking of 21, that's how long we've gone on the Macca's time clock, Robbie. In the second quarter for Solar Integrity.
Good quarter of footy too. It's two real good sides here. Head to head. Dawson Simpson won the tap to the advantage of Curtis. Paddled it nicely back to Aylett. Aylett goes down the line, far side of the ground. Mark Andrews boarding on there. Got it, quick kick. Brought to ground by Dawson Simpson. Aylett was there, tackled, spun around.
Didn't have it.
And
he's going to get a free kick, I
He
reckon.
didn't have it. And I'll tell you what, Chris Mitchell
Could be an umpire.
Mate, he's been
Brilliant.
outstanding today for Aubrey
Fantastic,
Wodonga. He's picked. He hasn't missed many of the Myrtleford ones either.
No, he has not.
Take it away, Panda.
He could almost be an umpire. Dawson's kick has found a sliding Sammy Martin, and he's going to kick this up towards true centre half forward. Not a great kick. Bourdignon came over the top of the fist, and there's a free kick here, and it's going to go the way of the Wangaratta Magpies and Jamie Anderson against Riley Sharp.
He's a bit frustrated. He thought he might have got held out himself.
2 good goals in this second quarter as Riley Sharp. The Magpies lead this one by 21 points on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. Rob McKinlay for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
How was Ballarat early in the week?
It was good, very good indeed.
Oh, a nice little grab there by Ellis.
Cold. It's a cold place, Ballarat.
Yeah, it's just a joint, really.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
That's all we can say about Ballarat, I reckon.
Windy. Should have built a prison there. Put a fence around Old Town.
I reckon so.
No, you wouldn't. I think it's a beautiful place. A lot of history there.
Very old.
Just cold. Old and cold. Just a bit of chipping around going here at the moment. Bourdignon's got the ball.
Next goal's big, I reckon, boys. It's we haven't had one for a while.
Yeah, and if Mert got it, it sort of revives this game a bit. But it's a chance here. Jackson Clark through traffic. Got a handle at the back to Dane Porter. Spotted Grossman. Red alert here when Grossy's got the footy. Drives it long. Chance here. Cal Moore. He took it on the chest in the end. And he's going to go back. I reckon he'll have a shot from here, Panda. 45 out, 45-degree angle.
He's already kicked 3. This would be his 4th, and he's kicked 30. Well, he's kicked 33 goals for the year.
33
Their
for the
first
year.
mark inside 50 this quarter too.
Wow.
Could he win the Morris Medal again, boys?
Oh, of course he can.
He could
Of course
do
he
the
can,
double.
Chris Mitchell. He might win the next 10.
It's a rhetorical question, lads.
Yeah, no, you would. We fully support you. Thanks, Captain Obvious. Now, Cal Moore comes in. Oh, hello, look at that. You can hear by the crowd, and it's gone off the side of the boot. You had a good look at that one. Good
Absolute
man.
shank. Yeah,
Shanked
it was
it
like
out of
a
bounds
chipping
for
lead
the
from
full.
Panda at Jubilee on the weekend.
I haven't played golf for a very, very long time, and I'll tell you why, there's a very good reason. So from the restart, it's marked here by Del Bosco, but a little bit quieter today, Mitch Del Bosco. He's had a brilliant start to the year. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints go up to the 25-minute mark of this second quarter. They trail by 21 points. Good, strong mark out there.
Hubert Wales.
Yeah, it is Huey Wales at half back. Ovens River side of the Norm Minns Oval. We'll get a Yarrawonga News and Gifts netball update from Dan Vaccaro very soon. As Hubert kicks the Saints up towards half forward. Great contest work there from Martin. Won the ball. Went backwards to Curtis. Always makes a good decision. His kick goes over the boundary line. Punched over there. Looking for Munro. Scoreboard reads 6-5-41 the Maggies. Myrtleford 3-2-20. It's on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard. What is the netball scores really quickly there?
Yeah, so Albury and Raiders 40-31 in favour of the Tigers. North Albury and Lovey 29-50 in favour of Lovey as well.
There you go. For what is Aubrey, that's Dan Vaccaro. If he's not given someone a clip, he's given his stats. What's the Hawthorn Richmond score you've kept
He's
your eye on that?
kept his eye
You
on that
have
lot.
not missed it, has
And I'll tell
he?
you what, if our
53-59 on a half-time Tigers.
If our stats don't match up all that well with the R&Ms, we know why.
Yeah, Tigers Richmond. Or Martin was brave, couldn't hold the ball in. It might have been Gotchling there, released the handball of Dane Porter through the middle of the ground, goes long, Cal Moore, Dustin with a fist to a couple of teammates, although it's going to go to a Magpie. Handball over the top was okay, back to Moore, inside ball to Fraser Ellis. He'll probably kick it from here. Fraser Ellis, long range, sees the coach. He spotted the coach, and Ben Reid takes the mark, 15 metres out, directly in front. Well played, but they were a little bit stiff there. Reedy runs around and kicks a goal, by the way, with the old screw over the right shoulder. But Dustin's fist, Panda, went to a nest of players, Myrtleford players, but it got through them all, went to one Wangaratta player, and ended up turnover. Wangaratta kicked the goal, and they've stretched the lead on the CMV Truck and Bus scoreboard now to 47-20, and on the Macca's time clock, we've gone 27 minutes.
Ellis could have probably had a couple of bounces and had a shot himself, but very unselfish, and he won't. He'll be in the team next week after passing to the coach.
Quite wise in the end.
Very wise indeed. I want to discuss some of these players who have just gone to a complete new level in season 2022 for the Wangaratta Magpies. As Brian Taylor once said, if you need to win a premiership, all players need to go to a new level. And I tell you what, some of these blokes, Ellis and Knowles, they're more than just contributors now for this Wangaratta Magpies side. as Anderson marks from the clearance, a true centre-half back for the Magpies, and he's been called to play on. He's going to come out towards the commentary side of the Norman's Oval. Beautiful looking kick to Warner. Wicks has been called a mark here. That was strange because it come right off Warner's hands. Anyway, Wicks' kick isn't great. Well done by Murray White. He picks the ball up and kicks it up towards the goal square, and he's been called for a down the field free kick, Chris Mitchell.
Yeah, he got pushed in the back just as he kicked at Murray Waite, and it's going to be a great spot for Myrtleford. It wasn't going to be a mark, probably going to go for a boundary throw, and this is a good result for them.
You reckon that was there, Robbie?
It wasn't the most violent act I've seen on the footy field, but I think I thought he was putting more pressure.
I've seen them let go more often than not.
He was stiff. He was stiff, mate.
I agree, he was stiff.
Anyway,
Riley Sharp's going to go back to kick his third goal, and the siren has just gone here at the Norman's Oval.
He's got a terrible angle to kick from, boys. I don't reckon it was that bad.
So it's good point. It is a tightish angle, 15 metres out. So they trail by 27. Riley Sharp comes in and has kicked it. A great way to finish a very good quarter for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. They now trail by 21 points on the C&B Truck and Bus scoreboard, and Riley Sharp has all of a sudden gone, how about that, boys? I've kicked 3 goals in this second quarter, and the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, Robbie McKinlay, are just hanging in there.
Yeah, just needed that one. It gives them a little bit of a look at it. They just, obviously the first 10 minutes going to be crucial, the third quarter, but really good quarter footy. Wangaratta kicked 3 goals. Myrtleford kicked 3 goals, and in the end, not too bad.
Dean Stone, I think, was just asking us whether he thought that was a free kick down there.
He said free kick count. He's not happy with the umpires at all.
Free kick count, I think. So, anyways, he's not happy with the umpires at all, but they're doing a great job. On R&M Live, half-time, 7-5-47, Myrtleford 4-2-26. The Supreme Skylights half-time show with Chris Mitchell and Dan Vaccaro on the other side of this. And on R&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it. Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Show Velux dealers and installers offering the entire product range. Visit the showroom at 109 Murphy Street, Wangaratta, or the photo gallery at supremeskylights.com.au. I'm Chris Mitchell. With me is Dan Vaccaro. Huge game here at the Norman's Oval between Wangaratta and Myrtleford. It is the home side. Magpies leading 7-5 at 47 to Myrtleford 4-2-26 at half time. Dan, a ripping game here and a good fight back from Myrtleford.
Yeah, really good quarter by Myrtleford. They were fantastic that quarter. They went forward. Look, they got the rub of the green, I think, early on with a couple of free kicks, but Sharp up forward was fantastic. He's kicked 3 for the game. And their inside 50 count was a lot better than the first quarter, so they had 12-10 inside 50. So they really matched it up well with the Magpies, which is fantastic.
One of the big talking points was the umpiring, and the Wangaratta coaching box was not happy with the free kick count. What was it for the quarter and for the game, mate?
So I can understand that frustration because the game really ebbed and flowed. So the free kick count would go like in the first quarter, I think Magpies had 10 before Myrtleford had 1, and then it evened up again. And then the next quarter, Myrtleford had 11 before Wang had 1, but it's actually sort of evened up. So 15-19 in favour of Magpies in the end.
And it's probably gone with the flow of the game.
Yeah, it has. It really has, because both teams have sort of really come out and they've had their moments, and that's where the free kicks were paid, I guess. Myrtleford in those first 5 minutes would have had the first 10 free kicks paid, and then, yeah, it evened up on Wang's part.
Cal Moore's been outstanding. He's kicked 3 goals, 1. Has Matt Dussin as an opponent. A great matchup there, and he really nullified his influence, although I think Moore kicked 1 goal after Dussin was moved to it.
Yeah, it has, and I think, look, Dussin hasn't found any of the footy. I don't think that's his role today. He's only had the 2 touches. But I think Moore's had plenty of the ball and he's been good, but as good as he's been, I think Dussin has nullified him a fair bit. He's almost pushed him up forward a little bit, and it's almost as if he's gone, well, I wouldn't mind you getting up the ground and I'll nullify your entrance, your effectiveness inside that forward 50, which I think he's done pretty well. In the same breath, I think he's been pretty good more.
When we go to the stats, I think Roach has got the job on Abe Ankers. He hasn't had his best game so far. Obviously, still a half to go. What are the stats there for Abe Ankers?
Abe Ankers is at 12 for the game, so 7 and 5 in the first and the second. But yeah, he hasn't had the same influence. He hasn't had that awesome. He's had a couple of good hits when he's gone inside forward 50, but not to his usual self. So I think he's been okay without being great.
And the best players so far for both teams, mate. It's quite an even contest. Myrtleford really worked their way back into the game in that second quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think with Myrtleford, well, especially that quarter, Matt Munro just absolutely dominated that quarter. He had 11 touches in the 1 quarter, and he's had 14 for the game after a quiet first quarter. But I think he's been fantastic. He's actually been really influential. He's had a couple of opportunities around outside that forward 50, and I think for Wang Magpies, I think Grossman had a really decent first half. I think his first quarter was fantastic. He had the 8 touches, and then the second quarter he had the 5. I think he's been pretty good. You touched on it too. Anderson off the half-back's has been pretty good as well. I think Reid has been, well, I don't think he's got him amongst the footy as much as he would, but he's just his little touches and his little flick-ons has been fantastic as well.
They've tried to isolate him a little bit there in the 50. Michael Newton hasn't set the world on fire just yet. Plenty of time to go though, Dan.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what he's capable of, so another half to go. I think as probably if the game kept raining, I think he would have struggled, but hopefully it gets a bit dry and he can get on the end of a couple in the second half.
Interesting matchup there with Ryan Crisp on Ben Reid. Obviously, Crisp's brother, Jack Crisp, at the Collingwood Magpies, absolutely flying at the moment. Former teammate and probably a good mate of Ben Reid, so they probably know each other, Ryan.
Yeah, absolutely. There'll be a little bit of conversation at the moment. Look, I think he's holding his own, but I think Reid has just been. It's just that AFL experience, isn't it? That little one touch, that flick behind, he's fantastic at. And there's nothing that Chris can do, really, in that scenario. He's just too good sometimes.
And the fight back from Myrtleford obviously started in the midfield. They're winning a few more contests, getting a little bit more out of Murray Waite. Matt Munro's done it both quarters. Where else is that improvement coming from?
Well, I think you just touched on it then. The midfield, as we touched on before the game, is going to be the even matchup. I think and I said it before the game as well, they match up really, really evenly around the ground if you look at both teams. I think Myrtleford's potency going forward was a little bit better that quarter. That was probably one thing to get them into the game. They were pumping it long and deep. They weren't dancing around the shallow entries. I think they were getting it long and deep to sharp, and I think that's probably the big thing. The one thing I want to see in the next quarter is, getting it long and forward to sharp's great, but I want to see your players like Riccardi and all those sort of guys getting forward and even crumbing at their feet, being a little bit more cleaner at ground, and I think they can really take them to the wire.
I'll go around the grounds for the player in Tarrawinji. Beautiful pub there, just outside of Wangaratta. I'll do the AFL scores. I'll get you to look up the current O&M scores for me, Dan. At I think it's at the G. Is it the Hawks and the Tigers? It is the Tigers by a straight kick, winning that one. Great game there. North Melbourne is getting pummeled by the Port Adelaide Power. That is 26 points of difference.
That's in Bloodstone, isn't it?
A few games, obviously, this afternoon, the Saints and the Cats. That's starting at 4:30. And the Swans are taking on the Bombers as well as the Crows and the Lions. So a couple of other games there. And how are the other O&M matches faring so far?
Yeah, I'm just going to get them up now for you. So North Albury and Lavington is 33-40 in favour of Lavie, and that's in the second quarter, towards the end of the second quarter. Wodonga and Wang Rovers is the other game. Wodonga actually putting up a little bit of a lead here, so 46-30 at half time, so 7-4, 46 plus 4, 6-30. And then you've got Albury and Wodonga Raiders. Albury giving them a bit of a free lesson, so the scores at half time at 12-3, 75 to 6-2, 38 as well.
We've obviously got an absolute blinder here at the Normans Oval, Dan. It's 7-5, 47 Wangaratta leading Myrtleford 4-2-26, all to play out in this second half. The ruck battle has been really good. We've talked about Knowles a lot. He's been sensational, not just with his taps, but his work around the ground.
Yeah, absolutely, and we nullified that as a really big sort of matchup going into the game. I think both players have been really good. I think Knowles has probably been a little bit better than Chris today. I think he's almost had the influence, and I think his tap work has been a little bit better just from the outside looking in. I think it's been really good as well. So that's a good matchup to watch in the second half for sure.
All right, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints are just about to make their way onto the ground here. As I said, it is the Magpies leading 7-5-47 at halftime against Myrtleford 4-2-26. Absolutely ripping contest here, not raining at the moment. I did have to find some shelter there before, Dan, but I'm hoping the weather gods look after me in this second half. I will throw to a break. It is the Supreme Skylights halftime show. This is O&M Live, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
All clear.
Thank you.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? and one for news. And meditation? One for sport and one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. I love it. Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Thanks to STY Metals here at the Norm Minns Oval, and it's a very, very intriguing third quarter coming up. The Magpies 7-5-47, Myrtleford 4-2-26. If you've just joined us on 15-6-3-E or the O&M live stream, Riley Sharp kicked the goal on the half-time siren just to bring the margin back to 21 points, Robbie, because it was going to be 27 points, and he kicked 3 goals in that second quarter, Riley Sharp.
He did. He kicked every goal Myrtleford kicked in that quarter. It was 3 goals each that quarter. So I enjoyed the game. I think it's really good. This is crucial 10 minutes coming up here.
It's a huge. This is the part of the game that's going to decide it right here, this next 10 minutes.
I went out and I had a break at half time, and I ran into an old guy from Myrtleford who's been around a bit, and he just said he reckons the difference is Cal Moore at the moment. So,
well, you're right, because he's kicked 3 goals as well.
Matty Dustin's playing on him, but Matty Dustin's playing deep. I'd be almost inclined to give Matty Dustin a crack in the middle.
Here's Robbie McKinlay for STY Metals on O&M Live.
Cal Chris got the tap straight to Matty Munro, who got put in an interesting tackle. Looks like Mark Anderson playing on the ball there. I wonder if he's running with Matt Munro. We'll keep an eye on that one, Chris Mitchell.
We will.
Anchors, got it. Handball to Fraser Ellis. Left foot kick inside forward 50, almost. Fist from Hubert Wales was good and constructive. Kick off the ground by Del Bosco. Found a man, Waite in the middle of the ground. Got a handball back to Waite. The old 1-2. Kicks it towards Dawson Simpson. Ooh. He dropped a low chest mark. Fed the ball out okay. Ends up with Sharp. Got it back to Wallace. Wallace goes high. Left foot kick. Dylan Van Berlo read it superbly and marks last line of the fence and kicks it cleverly to Jamie Anderson in the back pocket.
We've gone around 45 seconds here in this third quarter. No score to either team. Kick up towards half back here for the Magpies is going to fall towards Cal Moore. What a blistering half of footy he had.
He sprinted about 45 metres to get there, boys, with Matt Dustin on his tail. Just shows his work rate.
Yeah, work rate sensational from both of those, and Jake Sharp as well to come across and force that one over the boundary line.
That's a massive tat on his right leg, isn't it?
It is.
Cal?
I think it's a tattoo of Maori origin.
Well, Kiwi
Robbie,
descent,
I think.
I think,
Yeah,
yeah.
Kiwi descent.
No,
Yep.
good on him.
Which we found out on Morris Medal Night when he had that lovely little medal around his neck.
Not a bad leg either, is it?
It is. Boundary throw in right in front of Chris Mitchell for Albury Wodonga MG. Robbie said he was fired up.
Yeah.
He had a hard look at himself at half time. So here he is in this third quarter. Robbie McKinlay for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
Anchors gathered the ball midfield, ran with it, kicks towards Reed. What a pass from Abe Anchors. A 40-metre bullet that nearly blew the chest apart of Big Benny Reed. How good was that?
Well, the
young fella down there doing a bit of commentary, Robbie.
Come up here and have a crack.
He's just doing a bit of commentary.
How good was
Beautiful.
that? Here comes Reed. The young fella might call this. That's a beautiful kick to the right-hand side of the goal post. It was a beautiful kick. It was a good kick. It was just a bit inaccurate. It missed the target. Minor score. First score of the quarter. 7-6-48. The Magpies. Myrtleford 4-2-26. 22-point lead. Panda. How about the young bloke?
It was mimicking you.
Was he having a crack
I
at
reckon
me?
he was taking the PI 55.
Yeah, little barrel. Where are you?
Anyway, he's gone
He
now.
can get a job with us anytime.
I can spot him.
I like it. Simon Curtis is going to bring this footy back in. And he kicks it long up towards the wing. Off hands, Munro roving beautifully, shoveled it back to Sharp, had to get a quick kick away, and it's been intercepted by Knowles, who plays on straight away for the Magpies. Too strong, ball marks 30 metres out, directly in front. He just got rid of, I think, Hubert Wales down there, one-on-one. But once again, quick ball movement, Chris O. He played on Knowles, and, I mean...
It wasn't a great kick, but he just, Moore just was... out-muscled.
Too strong.
Yeah, he pushed him about 5 metres away. Hugh Wales, he had no chance. So
Dustin
yeah,
was
he's going to
caught
run up again.
50 metres away.
So he's kicked 3 goals, has Cal Moore. 33 for the year. Streets in front of the next person in the Doug Strang. Could do the double this year. Win a Morris and a Doug Strang. Cal Moore comes in and kicks a point. 3-2 he's got for the day, Cal Moore. So the Magpies pressing here to start this third quarter. 7-7-49, Myrtleford 4-2-26. What are you noticing so far on the What a stat sheet, Dan Vaccaro?
Yeah, so a bit of a slow start by Alpine Saints. Enough of their players aren't getting enough of the footy, so Sam Martin hasn't had a touch yet. Simon Curtis just with the one apiece.
Yeah, and Curtis has changed his boots at half-time, guys. He
has.
Like it nicely to Riccardi. He'll go deep here to Ryan Crisp, who's got a bit of room to move here, but closing ground quickly is Clark, and he puts him under pressure. That was excellent work there by Clark. The kick was okay. It's at centre wing here. Kick off the ground by Jake Sharp. Kicks it to his mates on the interchange bench. And Kurt Arlott looks like he's okay. A few of you guys are a bit concerned about his welfare there at half-time.
Yeah.
His injury concern. Chris
Thanks
Mitchell
for bringing that up, Robert.
was going towards sort of obituary type stuff there at one point. And
I did hear a conversation.
well, the fantastic news is for everyone involved that Kurt Arlott is
He
up
said
and
he was going
about.
to give it a try, so he hasn't come on yet, so we'll see how he goes.
Let's just put it on hold, Tobin Brothers. We're just gone the early crow there.
Chris Mitchell got caught talking to somebody and just left his microphone on there as well.
Did I?
Alpine
Sorry.
Saint support. We love that here on O&M Live. Throw ball up, true centre wing. Sammy Martin has a bit of space if the ball will just sit for him. He done well. He moved the ball about 15 metres up towards his goal. The ball's at true centre half forward. Coming through here with space was Murray Waite. Swings around onto the left, but Van Berlo just out-muscled Riley Sharp. Outworked him. He's a brilliant defender as Dylan Van Berlo, and he marks and goes out wide towards McVeigh. The Magpies by 23 points here on O&M Live.
Good kick by McVeigh, and he finds Jackson Clark. Clark penetrating kick. Raffle it, lads. Moore was going to mark it.
He was on his chest.
Newton, who's wearing Guernsey number 43, got a hand on it. Calmore still gets it. A little dribbling kick towards the forward line. Moore backs it up, goes back
Jesus.
for it. He's got
unreal.
it. He handballed it to no one in the end. A chance here. They've got to get through some traffic. Martin was good. Back to Hubert Wales. Oh, this is a dangerous kick midfield. Grossman, can he trap it? Yes, he can now. Got through traffic. Back to What About Me, Knowlesy. Kick wasn't a great one. A bit of a scrubber in the end. Hurry kick to centre wing, and McVeigh takes the mark from whence it first came, Panda.
Yep, the Magpies are really pressing here in this third quarter. I don't think the Saints have really gone inside forward 50 much. McVeigh goes inside 50. Newton flew, and he's given away a free kick, has Juice Newton. I thought that was a fair sort of contest. We've got a Saint down here, Chris Mitchell, boundary side for Albury, Wodonga MG.
You've got a better view than me. I can't see who it is. He hasn't got up yet, though.
Yeah,
He's just about to.
Not sure who that is.
He's got a good kick.
We've
He's got a good Newton
at the moment.
we do. Kick in the guts, I reckon.
And who is it?
I'm not sure. It
Roach.
might be Daniel
Roach.
Roach. Anyway, we'll watch that one, Chris Mitchell. Dawson Simpson's marked this one at half back, right in front of us in the bird box here.
That'll be 50, surely.
He's all over
there
like
you
the
go.
52 bushfire, wasn't he?
50.
Have a look at that.
It's not like he's going to play on and run around him, is he?
So Liam McVeigh has given away a 50-metre free kick here to Dawson Simpson. Big Dawes.
It's like the Myrtleford Rodeo there at one stage. The only thing missing was a saddle.
Can he kick this, Dawson? He's 55 metres out. He sits it to the hot spot. Who's down there? Oh, big fly out the back. It's going to fall towards Sharp. Here's a chance for Byrne. Did he kick it? He couldn't. Byrne couldn't kick it. It's gone through for a point. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints 4-3-27. The Magpies 7-7-49. We've gone 6 minutes on the Macca's time clock. Third quarter action for STY medals.
Yeah, great work from anchors there, wasn't it? And Grossman played on quickly, got it to Dame Porter.
That's how well they're set up, guys. Look how far down the ground has it been. 3 kicks.
And it looks like it's out there, the far side of the ground. Their kick's not a great one. A clean bowled a couple of them. Aylett is a chance here. Keeps the ball in. He does. Quick kick off the ground by Moore was amazingly good. Newton overran the footy the first occasion. Munro's there. Couldn't clean up. This is tricky. Whistle, free kick. Who spotted who?
It's for a push in the back.
Again, it's a non-officiating umpire there, Panda.
Free kick to Munro.
Yeah, and he did a nice pass to Cal Crispin. Sometimes that can create a bit of angst amongst the fraternity.
Yes, it can. Not on this occasion, though. Chris goes out towards Wicks, and that kick was not great. Looking towards Murray White. Saunders just got in front of him. We've got a boundary throw in. 70 around from the Wangaratta Magpies goal. They trail by, they're in front by 22 points. Dan Vaccaro, what do you got for us in the Water stat sheet?
Just the inside 50 count, boys. 6-3 this quarter in favour of Magpies, but haven't really hit the scoreboard.
Who's our player of the day today, Panda? Well, who's our sponsor? I know I should know.
Yarrawonga News and Gifts.
Fantastic, too. I love to get if I'm in Yarra, I love to get the Chronicle down there.
Yep.
I reckon Luke, that's high. Lukey Saunders might be a bit of a show here. Knowles, it was okay. Handball to Anchors. Put down the glasses. Bankers goes. Bang for the steel line goal of the day. He never disappoints, does he? He's so comfortable in that situation. And Abe Anchors, pure class, puts away the first goal of the third term. And more importantly for Wangaratta, it extends that lead out to 55-27. 8.5 minutes gone. We're doing it for STY medals. Chris Mitchell for Wodonga MG. What about the class of Abe Anchors?
He was really against the run of play a little bit, but once he got his eyes set on the goals, he wasn't going to miss. And great little play there from the Magpie star.
Just on the 40-wink stat sheet too, boys. Abe Anchors at his third touch this quarter, and that brings him to 15 for the game.
Saunders coming off a rest, guys. Well deserved.
He's been brilliant, has he, Luke Saunders, in this game? Yarrawonga News and Gifts so far. Player of the day would be hard to judge. Back in the middle of the ground, Gotchling's gone in there. Dane Porter. They just got so many options, this Wangaratta Magpies outfit. It's balls with Sharrock at half back. He goes out wide with a beautiful kick towards Clark. He wants to move the ball straight away. Ovens River side of the ground, goes up towards Juice Newton. Been a little bit quiet today, Juice, so he said, I'm getting a new number. He's wearing 43. Warner's in there and Porter. Chance for the Magpies as they go back inside to attack. Good fist there from Crisp. Reed couldn't mark, but we've got a free kick and a whistle. And it's going to go the way of Ben Reed. I really hope that wasn't against Crisp for that high free kick there, because I reckon he just reached in anyway. Ben Reed's got a free kick 30 metres out directly in front. Chris boundary side for Wodonga MG.
Yeah, it could have been over the shoulder. It was a difficult one, straight in front, and you'd think it'd come back and kick it.
Yeah. This is going to be costly if Ben Reed nails this, and he does. Umpire does not move, and the margin now goes to 34 points. It's broken this game open, that one. Ben Reed kicks through his third. A steel line goal of the day. Dan Vaccaro, that hurts for Waters.
Yeah, it does, boys. And the inside 50 count now is 8-3 this quarter. Jackson Clark, Abe Anchors getting amongst it early, 3 and 2 touches respectively as well. They've been really good. Matt Grossman's had the one and Daniel Sharrock's had the one as well.
Game high, 34-point margin. This one, Robbie McKinlay on O&M Live, 15-6, 3 and 8.
Yeah, that one hurt, didn't it? It was like a good old-fashioned knee in the you-know-what, one that just
down on your haunches.
Bring you down to your knees momentarily, but you bounce back. They've got to answer back here, Panda. They've got to find a way to get the next couple of goals here. There's talking about one on the, where Big Dorse might have got one there. And he kicks it long, goes straight up the guts. He does. He's pushed him out. And he has. And Grossman's going to take the free kick. He runs away from Riley O'Shea. Runs his full measure. He's good at doing that. Kicks to the advantage. That's what I like about that kick. Young Harry Hewitt is underneath it there. And it's a free kick for a push, Panda. And it's right over in the far side of the ground, centre wing. I'll let you take it away.
I think they probably just need to let it go a little bit here in this third quarter. We love the umpires and they're doing a great job, but there's been a lot of Dicky Touchwood sort of free kicks, and we got a boundary throw in on this true centre wing.
When you don't know whose free kick it's going to be, it shouldn't be a free kick.
As we said, they're doing great work. Third quarter for ST White Metals. Ovens River side of the ground. Boundary throw in here on O&M Live. Moore wins that tap down. Hollandine's over this footy. Sharrock, beautiful hand pass. Found space when there was none to Jesse Smith, and he went by hand to Grossman. Look at that pick up in the middle of the ground. He went by hand to McVeigh on his left boot inside 50. Down there, Brady Sharp in the hole for the Saints.
Wicks, I think it was, boys. Great work.
Yeah, it was good work. Out to Quirk. Quirk's clearing kick has been marked by Dawson Simpson at half-back, and he plays on straight away.
Bounces critical here. Here he is, wide up in the action. Knocked out nicely by Jamie Anderson towards Sharrock. Paddling the ball around now. They should be able to clear the ball. Down he went. Down. He got knocked over, did.
Knock of the head too. Back he's rubbing the back of his head.
He did too, and the kick is a nice little one there to Dane Porter. Now they've got a bit of room. Jesse Smith likes to run. Goes long. Keep an eye on Reedy. There it is. Bang. Beautiful grab. Who said it's slippery and greasy? Reed just cleared the tracks. And Newton did well too. He knew the ball was going to go over his head. He's almost put in a dummy lead there, Panda, and he knew behind him was sitting the tall, bald-headed warrior, Ben Reed.
Flicked a switch here, the Wangaratta Magpies, and this is what they do in every game. They just flick a switch and see you later.
Yeah. So Reedy kicked one from here not that long ago, directly in front, same position, and exactly the same result. Benny Reed gets his fourth goal. Ben Reed, 4 goals to Reed, 3 to Cal Moore. And the Wangaratta Magpies have kicked the first 3 goals of this third quarter. For Waters, here is Daniel Vaccaro.
Yeah, Magpies running away with it now, boys. So 10 inside 50s on the Waters stat sheet for Wang. 2 Myrtleford's 5 this quarter, and they've also had the 3 marks inside 50 on the back of Ben Reed running the show here with 4 goals.
Chris Mitchell, boundary side for Albury, Wodonga, MG. How's the Myrtleford bench down there?
Yeah, I think they're a little bit perplexed at the moment to figure out what has gone wrong these first 10 minutes. So there's a lot of work to do to get back in this game. They're not done with yet, but they wouldn't want to concede too many more.
As I said, Robbie, this is what they do. They get to a point in games and they just flick a switch and they say, good luck if you can catch us, the Wangaratta Magpies. They've done it round 1 at the start of the bounce. They did it against Corowa, Wodonga. Games are sort of in the balance, and all of a sudden you look up there in front by 40 points on the F45 Wangaratta scoreboard. That's why they are an almighty outfit. Here's a chance for Matty Munro. He's been wrapped up in a big tackle. Somehow got out of it. Kick inside forward 50.
From Alcatraz there.
O'Shea came through really, really hard. The ball is just pinballing around at half forward here for the Saints. Well done by Quirk. Goes back into attack for the Saints. Who can mark down there? Aylett. Has Aylett pulled it down?
He has.
Yep.
I think it is 30 metres out directly in front.
Went back with the flight of the ball and, could have got cleaned up.
No, it's Riley O'Shea. In fact, it is. It's Riley O'Shea. A great mark there. 30 metres out directly in front. Chris O?
Yep, good call. Good work by Quirk to get free of the hands there and get one into the 50. And he's straight in front. They need this one desperately.
He plays wherever they need him.
Yeah, he does.
Riley O'Shea.
Yep.
Has some tough days in defence, and he can go forward, and they really need this one here. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints comes in, and he has kicked it, and they just stay alive. A small roar over the Normins Oval, 5-3-33. The Magpies 10-7, 67. We've gone 15 minutes on the Macca's time clock. Dan Vaccaro for Waters.
Yeah, so the marks inside 50 is what I want to touch on, boys. So Myrtleford, that was just their 3rd mark inside 50 for the day.
Wow.
Wangaratta Magpies have had 11.
There you go.
That's probably the difference in the game.
That's the best stat you've had all year, Dan.
Yep, 100% it is.
It's taken us 7 weeks, but he's he's going well.
He's going very good. Some more stories, hopefully, on the way back. Bucks Party stories.
Oh, jeez. Bucks Party. Well, now, speaking of the Bucks Party story, I believe there was a participant in that was spotted here early on the day. So anyway, here's Jackson Clark, and he shoveled out to Anchors, and Anchors went left, and he went right, and now he goes direct in towards half forward. Kick off the ground there by Brady Sharp, was it? was okay. He did it clever enough to just get it over the boundary line without too much suspicion aroused, Panda, from the umpire. And that's what's important in that situation. There's old Kenny on the loudspeaker there. Probably
love it.
The winner of the raffle, I reckon.
He wins them every week because we've never won one.
I don't think Kenny hands them out too quickly, just quietly.
Boundary throw in.
Lovely chap.
50 metres out from the Magpies' goal. Clark's over this footy. What a clean pickup that was from Jesse Smith. He goes towards Newton in a good tussle there with Sharp. And we got a boundary throw in.
Great Catsman is young Kenny.
You always want to talk about the Cats, don't you, Chris?
I try to work him in there somehow.
Yeah,
try to work him in.
I'll tell you what, these are shockers.
5 metres out from the Wang Magpies' goal. We got a throw in right next to the boundary to the point post. It's the 34-point margin on RM Live to the Wangaratta Magpies.
Thanks, Panda. And, Gosling, clever work. Jigging around there. Through traffic was Sharrick. Handball towards Anchors. Gosling's back in there for another go. Jake Sharp provides a good tackle. And he's going to be pinged for That's good umpiring. That's just going to clear the traffic. In fact, it was Sammy Martin who was assisting. He came up with the free kick off the left foot. Looks for the big fella, Dawson Simpson. And he marks at centre wing. But they're going to have to move it quick. The target at the back was Riley Sharp. He flew high. Van Berlo was there. Got his hands on the footy. Knocked it towards the boundary line. And it brings in with another tackle. Handball over top. Is it a throw, a hold? And someone's got it there. You'll have to spot. That might be Matty Munro, I think it is.
Yeah, it is.
Right, yep,
for a hold.
Take it away, Panda.
Robbie McKinlay, Blake Penderescott, Chris Mitchell and Dan Vaccaro for the Old Town and Country Tavern as Matt Munro just sends this one long, looking for a mark down there in the hole for the Magpies off hands. Ball spills about 20 metres out from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. And we got a free kick here, holding the ball, free kick. And it looks like Murray Waite said, I'll have this, boys.
I'll have a bit of this.
Was it there, boys?
Well, hang on.
No, hello. It's a ball up. I don't know who called that.
I thought it was a free kick for holding the ball.
One here.
There's one here. There's a free kick for a hold.
It was always there.
It was always there.
It was just on pause, boys.
Robbie and I both thought that was a free kick for holding the ball, and Murray Waite thought it was because he walked up with the ball, Robbie. Anyway, there's a free kick here.
Riccardi.
And it's going to go the way of Brodie Riccardi for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. 20 metres out on a slight angle.
Jeez, he's gone back a long way, hasn't he?
He likes to kick with a bit of momentum, I reckon, Robbie. Kicks a lot of goals on the run.
All right.
So here we go. To bring the margin just back to 28 points and 2 in a row for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints. Riccardi makes no mistake. A steal line goal that I contender. And the roar's getting a little bit louder here from the Saints away fans. 28-point margin now. The Magpies lead 10-7-67. Myrtleford 6-3-39 on the F45 Wangaratta scoreboard. Dan Vaccaro for Waters.
Yeah, so the inside 50 count's getting a little bit better for Myrtleford boys. That was their 8th inside 50. Matty Munro's been fantastic. He's continuing his great work. He's had the 4 touches, and that brings him up to 18 for the game as well, so he's been great.
You've been getting down to F45 a bit, Panda in Wangaratta. Just have a look at you, mate.
Try to wander down for a little bit.
You've got a nice physique about
Thank you, Robbie. Need to put on a few kilos, I think.
I heard you look very nice in your shorts and jumper last Saturday and Tuesday. Mate, you're
settle down, you boys.
Tell you what.
Come on, Robbie.
Do you want a room, you two?
Clark out of the middle, kicks it. Oh, good block there by Hubert Wales. And he did well. He got it to Matty Dussin. Guys, it's time to get Matty Dussin up forward or in the middle of the ground, I reckon. There's no doubt about it. They're not going to win the game from down there. I think they're going to try something here. Ball bobbling around in midfield. Anchors, geez, he's come into the game nicely. Wide Earp, got it out to Boarding on to Saunders. Great tackle! What a rundown tackle there by Jared Wallace. And this might just get a bit of a spark going here for the Saints.
It would. You've got to tell you what, Dawson Simpson is in an absolute paddock on the Ovens River side of the ground. Goes short to Riccardi. You can tell the Saints have lifted here. Riccardi, 60 from home, sends them down to the goal square. There's a free kick here. And there's a free kick 15 metres out in front of goal, and it's going to go the way of Riley Sharp. Chris Mitchell, boundary side for Albury-Wodonga MG.
Well, he marked it anyway, but the Saints have got their tails up. The crowd's getting into it, and they can sense a bit of a momentum switch in this one.
For 3 goals inside 5 minutes, if Riley Sharp nails this,
is this number 4 or 5?
He's already kicked 3, Chris Mitchell, so this would be number 4.
Wow. Good at maths.
That makes 2 of us as Riley Sharp comes in. All of a sudden, if he kicks this, it'll be a 22-point lead. Sharp kicks in, and it's game on with the Normans Oval. Just like that, in 5 minutes, the Saints have kicked 3. Sharp's got 4. Dan Vaccaro, what are we seeing on the Water stat sheet?
Well, it's just a massive shift in momentum. They haven't had an inside 50 Magpies for almost 10 minutes, and the Alpine Saints have had 9 this quarter already, and they've gone up to 2 marks inside the forward 50, so a lot more potent going forward.
Not a bad centre bounce for Matty Dustin to be in there, Robbie.
Yeah, I think
the next
called
one's
it,
big.
Robbie. Yeah, you got to flick the switch, get them in there, load them up. What Kreza did when Rovers trailed by 38 points against Yarra, put all your good players in the middle, get them up forward, win the ball, give yourself a chance. I like it. So not that long ago, about 5 minutes ago, the score was 67-27. Now it's 67-45.
Just like that, bang, bang, bang.
Back in the middle. We've got them loaded up. Big Dawson goes there. Here's a chance, a quick kick by Curtis. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it was Curtis.
It was Curtis indeed. And out the back here, the kick was long. Half forward for Myrtleford. Munro might run onto this. Can they tap it out? Waite did well. Waite's lifted this quarter. He's been gang tackled down at half forward, and it'll be thrown up in the air. It's inside forward 50 again. Can we just check those forward 50s for Waters, please, Vaccaro? And then it'll be you, Mr. Escott.
Yeah, the inside 50 count 10-11 this quarter.
In favour of?
Magpies.
There we go. Sharp kicks it down towards the top of the goal square. Aylett's down there. Sweeping up for the Magpies was Bournyong. And he goes Ovens River side of the ground towards McVeigh. Coming across there for the Saints in a great contest and seeing it over the boundary line was your boy Horrigan. And that scoreboard reads 10-7-67. Myrtleford 7-3-45. We've gone 22 minutes on the Macca's time clock. This third quarter's lifted. It's Robbie McKinlay for the Old Town and Country Tavern.
Gus McLeod called it the Ovens Creek side of the ground here.
He did for the entire year, Robbie.
Clipped him.
The entire year.
The rain's coming, boys, and that's it's a bit of a call for a symbol for Myrtleford to lift, I think. Here.
Is that cryptic for you on an umbrella? We'll get started, Mitch. Now, what's happened is a couple of whistles going there. It's like
making 3 whistles.
It's like a symphony of whistles, isn't it?
I think it's a boundary throw-in.
Right
up here.
Yep.
80 metres out from the Myrtleford goal.
Whistle and Dixie. Well, it's going to be thrown in. Panda. Scoreboard check. It's a 22-point lead to Wangaratta. We're doing this one for STY medals. And we are, how far gone? We've gone almost 23 minutes into this quarter. That's on the Macca's time clock. Take it away, Panda.
We'll go around the ground, Sir, as Dustin kicks a little grubbler up towards half forward.
A grubbler.
It was a little grubbler. And we've got a ball up right on the arc of the 50. Myrtleford Alpine Saints have owned the last 12 or 13 minutes. They trail by 40. All of a sudden, they trail by 22 points. So they have lifted. They're given the Magpies an almighty test here. Dustin, was he held without it? Umpire said no. I think it was Martin, in fact, and we're going to have another ball up here. Another stalemate. Nope, we're going to free kick holding the ball. And Robbie, it's going to go the way of Brodie Riccardi, who kicked the last goal for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints, and he's going to send it in long.
Oh, and high and long. They've got some numbers here. Sharp slips over, out over the back. Bit of a foot race on here. Gotchling was there. He did really well. He put his head over the footy.
Well done,
and he
Gotchling.
got scrubbed and shaken towards the boundary line there. It's a boundary throw-in. 5 metres around from the Myrtleford goal behind post. 24 minutes gone. Wangaratta lead by 22 points. A goal will be massive here for Myrtleford. Boundary throw comes in. Sharp taps it. Chance out the back. Murray Waite's been good. Saunders was there. No one can quite knock it out. No one's game enough to knock it out. There's a big pack of players over the ball. Blow your whistle, lads. Blow your whistle. There we go. There we go.
Took a while. That's good. They're letting it go.
It gave him every opportunity, Panda. So take it away, mate. 24.5 minutes gone.
There must be 20 or 30 blokes around this footy. Somehow, Sharrock just got boot to ball. Martin for the Alpine Saints kicks the footy to a dangerous position. Down there, O'Shea. Well done by Anderson. He just kept it tapping forward. All of a sudden, the Magpies have cleared it up towards half back. McVeigh with a left foot kick in towards the middle of the ground, but it's all Myrtleford Alpine Saints plays. Curtis's kick wasn't great.
I think it was Hugh Wales.
Yeah, it was. It was Hugh Wales. He got it from Curtis, and Grossman marks at half back for the Magpies, Robbie McKinlay. They lead by 22 points. In this third quarter, we've gone 25 minutes for STY medals.
Yeah, the quarter's been going around about the 28 minutes, Panda, so we've still got probably 3 or 4 minutes in this one at the moment.
Brilliantly.
Now, here we go. I might be Sharrock over the top to Cal Moore. Will he run inside forward 50? No one in the goal square. Cal Moore goes long. That is why he's a champion. He bangs through his 4th goal. He's a game breaker. The old mate I shared the urinal with at half-time said he was the difference.
He was.
And he was right
is.
on the money.
He had Boarding Young all by himself with no one near him in the 50. He wanted to kick that one, boys, because he should have passed it.
Mitch, he was never... No, I reckon when you're that good, you got every right to kick those with an open goal square. He's full of class, and that extends the lead out to 28 points. We're going to go around the grounds for the Plough in Tarrawinji. Here's Dan Vicario.
So North Albury leading Lavington in the third quarter, boys, 58-49. And Wodonga and Rovers 51-48 in favour of the Dogs. Albury and Raiders 100-51 in favour of Albury.
And here at the Normans Oval, 73 plays 45 in this third quarter. What a goal that was from Cal Moore. He is something to watch in this O&M competition as the Magpies go up towards half forward again. Newton off hands, couldn't mark Roach over this footy, and Wicks just somehow got a little kick up towards the wing. Meeting this football for the Alpine Saints was Byrne. McVeigh had some good moments in this game. Over this footy and picking up cleanly was Knowles. He was tackled but somehow got a hand pass. Martin, he went by hand to Curtis, streaming through the middle of the Normans Oval for the Alpine Saints. Curtis goes in towards forward 50. 1-on-1 down here was Aylett and Saunders. Aylett's got it wrapped up in a big tackle, and we got a ball up 40 metres out from the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. 73 plays 45 on the F45 Wangaratta scoreboard. We've gone 26 minutes on the Macca's time clock.
Probably about a minute in this quarter, I reckon. It's Dawson Simpson, that's a big hit towards Murray Waite. Can he get through the tackle? He did on the left foot. Murray Waite!
Wow!
Kick the steal line goal of the day!
Oh.
What a goal! A left foot boomerang from the pocket, and Murray Waite gets the quick reply for Myrtleford. It's 51-73. They try by 22 points. How about that for the Muzzman?
That was absolutely brilliant, Chris Mitchell, boundary side for Albury Wodonga MG. He had no right to kick that.
We've got the loudspeaker going, so it's hard to hear, boys, but absolutely, I can't believe he kicked that. He pulled a rabbit out of a hat, right on the boundary, no angle to speak of, on his wrong, non-preferred foot, with someone up his clacker, and dobbed it. Incredible stuff.
Mitch, he broke the tackle, was a great effort in itself.
And I thought he ran too far too, Robbie. It was right on the verge, wasn't
there
he?
for mine. That is one of the goals of the season. Get that one into you, lads.
That was brilliant. Blake Panderescott with the Robbie McKinlay, Dan Vaccaro and Chris Mitchell for the Old Town and Country Tavern as the ball goes up towards half forward for the Saints. But in the hole and marking there.
It's been an 8-goal quarter, Panda.
It has been.
Make what you like of that.
Was Jesse Smith. He goes up towards the wing. McVeigh there. Clopped one around the ears. Ooh. So did Jesse Smith there for the Magpies. Sharrock just picks this footy up and kicks it up towards his 50 line, and going back and marking for the Saints is Brady Sharp. So 73 plays 51 here. 28 gone on the Macca's time clock. The Magpies holding on to a 22-point lead as Sharp just kicks it up towards true centre wing. Coming across and fisting it over the boundary line was Knowles eventually. Boundary side, Chris Mitchell for Albury Wodonga MG.
Yeah, he's looking for his brother there, but we've got the siren absolutely ripping quarter, boys, and we're set for a big last one.
An 8-goal quarter, Robbie McKinlay. As
I
just
loved
said.
it. A great quarter. What we had 4 goals apiece. I think the second quarter was 3 goals apiece. And the difference at the moment, Panda, has been that first quarter start by the Wangaratta Magpies. It's 73-51, 22-point lead. That quarter for STY Metals was one of the best we've seen this year.
Yeah,
Blakey boy.
It was indeed. The Magpies kicked the first 3. They went out to a 40-point margin, and the Saints kicked the next 3. And now it's a 22.3 quarter time margin. Who knows? Can the Saints charge a comeback and overrun them, or will the Magpies hold off and will their undefeated streak remain? Stay with us here on O&M Live. Fourth quarter on the other side of this, and on O&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero. The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
Live on 1566 3NE.
Third quarter done and dusted. Fourth quarter about to get underway, so we'll go quickly to Dan Vaccaro on the Waters stat sheet. Who were the Flex Out Physio quarters best in that third quarter?
Well, for the Magpies, I thought Abe Ankers was fantastic. His potency with the foot was fantastic in going forward. Ben Reid as well. I think he kicked the 2 goals that quarter. He was really good. And from the Myrtleford Saints, Matt Munro was fantastic that quarter. He had another 5 touches, which brings his total to 19 for the game. And Murray Waite was really good too, down half-back for Myrt as well.
And on the Waters stat sheet, what were some of the stats in that third quarter?
So the inside 50 count, they 12 apiece, so it was fantastic. It was very even. Marks inside 50 was 3-2 that quarter, so both teams pretty even in that regard. Jackson Clark, Abe Ankers, Daniel Sharrick had 5 apiece that quarter as well. And Matt Grossman, I thought was really good, but he only had the 4 touches that quarter, but he's had 17 for the day. And then over to Myrtleford, Matt Dussin has only had 4 touches today. He's been pretty quiet. Sammy Martin's had the 12. Matt Munro's been great with 19. And Simon Curtis with the 13.
Just gear yourself up, ready to go, Daniel. We'll get around the grounds at our first opportunity. Here's Blake Panda-Escott.
We'll go to Chris Mitchell soon and find out what the coaches said at three-quarter time, because we've got a beauty of a setup here in this fourth quarter. Can the Saints make a comeback? They trail by 22 points. Hubert Wales takes a bounce. He's on true centre wing. He goes by hand to Sharp. Broadcast side, he goes by hand to Wallace. Great intercept there by Anderson for the Magpies. Wallace tried to chip over the top to Munro. We've got a boundary throw in 65 around for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints goal. Chris O, quickly, what were the coach's messages at three-quarter time?
Yeah, I didn't get Jake Sharps, but Ben Reid just said harder for longer, whoever's going to win this game. So he's tipping it's going to be his boys, but we're in for a ripping contest in the last quarter.
McVeigh, boundary side, got a handball to Anchors, kicks it in about 70 out from Wangaratta Gold. Good work there by Newton. Clever underground handball. Might have been Saunders. Clark it was. His handball, though, was chopped out nicely by Hourigan. Got it on to Wallace. Nice kick. Riley Sharp, centre of the field, needs to go long. He does. He'll get the ball inside forward 50. Big Dawson's there. Fish from behind. Anderson was great. Munro at the base of the pack. Picked it up for Myrtleford. Handball release was good out the back to Curtis. Curtis's kick's a good one. Half forward. Looks like it might be Riccardi there. Too far out to score. A little chip kick over the top. And this time it's found Riccardi.
Tight angle.
So it is a tight angle.
Murray Waite passed it to him, I think, that one there, Robbie.
Good work, it was indeed, Panda. And he's just got that thing about him, Riccardi. He can kick these goals.
He did kick one in the third quarter, didn't he?
No one's leading either, so he's going to have to go and back and kick it, boys.
No, I think he's going to go back and just try to stamp his authority on this game.
Well, he's right in front of the pass players stand, tied up against the boundary.
He'll be getting a bit of advice there too, don't worry. So here he comes, Riccardi. Kick on the way. Journey's okay. And it's going to be knocked through for a minor score. So good defensive work there. Last line defence. Michael Boardingon, no surprise there. First score of the final term. It goes the way of the Saints. They lead by 20. They trail by 21 points. Round the grounds for the Plough Win and Tarrawinji. We'll get you to chip in when you can.
Yeah, absolutely. That's fine.
Take it away, Panda.
Matty Grossman, he doesn't know where he's going. He ran about 30 metres. He wasn't called there for a free kick. He went short in the pocket to Anderson. And his kick is a long one up towards the wing. Broadcast side, offhand. Sharp was swung around in a tackle. Wallace has been wrapped up big time here by Knowles. And the umpire says, give it to me. Quickly, Dan Vaccaro around the grounds.
Yeah, so North Albury 58-55 at the end of the third.
Against Lavey.
Yep, Wodonga 51-48 against Rovers. They're up by a few points, and Albury 101-60.
So we've got some close ones, Robbie, as Cal Crisp emerges on the wing. He goes in towards attack again. Dawson Simpson can't mark, but Bourdillon for the Magpies floats in and takes a ripper in his defensive 50. And the Magpies 73, Myrtleford 52 as Bourdillon clears up towards the wing.
Knowles might have given Crisp a little bit of a shove. Ooh. No, he said, I'm going to pay the mark, says Ash Broughton. That's fair enough. So both ruckmen there on centre wing, right in front of the boundary line where the interchange is. And he's been told to play on. Knowles, he kicks it straight into the guts of Cal Crisp. Now it comes from McVeigh. McVeigh got a handball back to Dan Sharrock. He spots up a free man at centre half forward. The kick's exquisite. It finds Jackson Clark. Clark goes long. Advantage kick to Bren Reid. You back him here. Good work there, though. The Saints were able to keep him out. It might have been Crisp, it was. Handball came out the back to Riccardi. Riccardi's kick's a good one, and it's found Murray Waite at half back for Myrtleford. They trail by 21 points.
Yeah, that kick from Sharrock to Clark in the middle of the ground. I saw Clark put his arms up, and Sharrock spotted him. It was great vision and even better execution as Simon Curtis marks, and on the Ovens River side of the ground, he goes down the line. Van Berlo and Sharp in a contest, far side. Sharrock would like to have been doing his. Are we doing his numbers? Not sure we are. His kick up toward. Here we are. We'll get a stats update soon. We'll get one now as the ball goes out of the boundary line for a throw in at half forward for the Magpies. Sharrock's been everywhere for the Magpies.
Yeah, 2 this quarter, but he's had 14 for the game.
Good shout there. That's for Waters. Dan Vaccaro. We'll get to Chris Mitchell shortly down boundary side for Albury Wodonga MG. There's plenty of action on that interchange bench, and there's 4 players from each side looking to get part of the action. It's a 21-point lead to Wangaratta. The kick, it was a good one, a good clearing kick. It's got to centre wing, just trying to pick that man up.
Murray Waite
was Murray Waite again. Murray Waite drives the ball inside forward 50. Dawson Simpson was there, and it's off back. Yeah, Van Berlo thought he might have got a push to the back. I thought he might have too. Umpire didn't, and that's what counts. And it's going to be a boundary throw in, Panda.
Don't think he cares what Robbie McKinlay up in the box here on O&M Live thinks.
Bugger.
And that's okay.
And a lot of people have that opinion too.
Hello to you if you are one of those on the O&M Live live stream. 15-6-6-3-8. We've got a good game of footy here in this fourth quarter. 5 minutes gone on the Macca's time clock as Anchors, I think in fact it was Ellis in the long sleeve, goes up towards centre wing, but Sharp just staying out the back, picks it up and kicks it back up towards the Myrtleford attacking 50, and it's punched over the boundary line. 70 around from the Myrtleford goal. We've got another restart. Dan Vaccaro for Waters.
Yeah, so Jackson Clark started well, boys. He's had a couple of early touches, along with Simon Curtis from Myrtleford, who's had the 2 touches early on, and that brings us over to 15 for the day.
So boundary throw in. It is slightly into attack for Myrtleford between half forward and centre wing. We've got a bit of a stalemate just here. Certainly there's no less ferocity in the game, but it's just ping-ponging from sort of half forward to half forward. There's a lot of pressure, a lot of players around the ball. It's very much man-on-man football at the moment. So can Myrtleford break from here? Out the back, quick kick by Del Bosco was good inside forward 50. Jamie Anderson dropped the chest mark. Picking up was Dawson Simpson. Matty Munro had to hurry, had to be quick. Jake Sharp slipped over. That's fortuitous for McVeigh, who gathers at half back. He's good either foot. Kick to Cal Moore. Marks on centre wing. What have the Magpies got ahead of him? Moore's just going to have to slow it back down a bit now, Panda, and he goes long to half forward.
Yeah, he does. In a one-on-one contest is Clark and Horrigan. Well done, but Clark was just too good at ground level. Goes inside forward 50, Reed out the back, Edge crisp underneath it. Going back and lending a hand for the Saints was Riccardi. Reed gathers. I thought he just dropped it. Umpire says play on. Spills here to Warner. Paddy Warner snaps, and it's punched through for a behind by Brady Sharp for the Milford Alpine Saints. Good footy all around.
Sorry, Panda, it was David against Goliath there, wasn't it? With, Brady Riccardi trying to tackle Ben Reid. Just did enough to put a bit of pressure on the Pies coach.
It was indeed. The Magpies 74, Myrtleford 52. That is on the Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. We've gone around 7 minutes of the Macca's time clock. So, Robbie, all of a sudden you look at it and you go, the Magpies have taken 7 minutes off the clock in this last quarter.
Yeah, behind each so far. So it's still that 22-point margin as it was at 3/4 time. Del Bosco played on, ran his full measure. Oh, well done, Knowles. He knocked big Dawson Simpson out of the way, took the mark, kicked it cleverly to midfield. He found Dan Sharrock. Always uses the ball well. Sharrock, chest mark missed there by Jackson Clark. He's going to beat 3 or 4 Myrtleford defenders. Newton came through hard. He was pushed to the ground. Played on the he picked him. They are furious with it, other Magpie supporters. And the free kick's going to go the way of M. Dussin.
Been doing it for a very, very long time. So
the firefighter not to jump in his back too, which could have been quite easy.
Yes, he certainly wasn't reckless about it. Bit of Aussie crawl there, Pen, if he didn't get the drift.
It did indeed. James Rain and the crew. So Michael Newton probably hasn't had his best day, but he can flick a switch. He can kick a couple of goals in this last quarter and put the game to bed. Boundary throw in, true centre wing of this Normins Oval.
It's a free kick to Myrtleford, I think.
I think you might be right. It is. It is a free kick. Not sure what for.
Quirk looks like it. But
yep.
Not sure what for either.
You're right, Chris. So boundary side, well picked up there.
How well has he umpired today?
He's done very well for Albury-Wodonga MG. A free kick to Quirk. We'll go to Dan Vaccaro soon. So Quirk is going to send this footy up towards half forward. Dawson Simpson did everything to get his opponent out of it, but couldn't mark. Grossman went by hand to Sharrock. Keeps racking him up. Smith's ball is a long one high in the air. Here's a chance out the back for Fraser Holland-Dean.
Yeah,
he's been pinged, free kick. Abe Ankers plays on. Hand passes it to Grossman. Grossman from 40, snaps around, brings it back. Not enough. Gone through for a point. The Magpies 11-9-75. Myrtleford 8-4-52 on the Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. Dan Vaccaro for Waters.
Yeah, Daniel Sharrock has been really good for the Magpies this quarter, boys. He's up to the 4 touches, which brings him to 16 for the game. Been really influential.
Good call, Dan. He's done some interesting things this quarter, hasn't he? He's got his side back in front.
Good closing pressure there from the Myrtleford defence on Grossman there. He looked like he was going to have a clear pathway to goal. They were able to shut him down and forced him to kick over his left shoulder. As the ball's made its way to almost centre wing. Now it comes out. Dane Porter, heavy work. Looks like Gotchling in there. Kicks or Holland-Dean. Kicks the ball to half forward. Moore couldn't mark it. Here comes Ankers. Have a look at this, boys. He's all class, this lad. Kick goes penetrating to the goal square. And it's punched through for a behind. He lacked a little bit of elevation in the kick, I thought, Panda.
Kept it low.
Just a little bit, I reckon,
You
boys.
just had this funny old feeling he nails those sorts, doesn't he?
Yeah, and that's game over nearly, isn't it? So, yeah, look, I'll just touch on it. Young Wicks has got the job on Calmore too now, so, big challenge for the young Saint.
Well, he's going to learn a lot. That's for sure. Playing on a Morris medalist and a former AFL superstar, and he's kicked 4 today. That kick from, I'm not sure who that was, it's come off the Magpies player's knee and it's gone back inside forward 50. Extraordinary. And we've got a ball up 30 metres out from the Magpies goal. 24 points they lead by, 76-52, as Robbie McKinlay takes just a little bit of time to gather himself here. He's coughing. He called Val Kilmer a female earlier. If you're just joining us here on O&M Live as well. Extraordinary. Fraser Ellis picks it up. There's a whistle. I'm not sure what for, Chris Mitchell.
No, maybe a throw, but I thought it was a hand pass from a Wang player. But
is he still alive?
He is indeed. Jesse Smith has won a free kick. Not sure what for. Right in front of the scoreboard here, the Normins Oval, Ovens River side of the ground.
I'm not sure he'll get wind of it, but anyway.
Surely you've watched Top Gun.
Sure.
I have, yeah. Tom Cruise.
Tombstone. You're talking about Wyatt Earp. You need to know Val Kilmer. Anyway, Jesse Smith comes in and he has kicked it out in the full. Not the greatest kick, doesn't penetrate the scoreboard. Chris Mitchell, what are you noticing down there? Looks like both players from both teams are coming off pretty buggered.
Yeah, they are. We've got Matt Munro who's just about to come on, and Crisp's had a good game there for Myrtleford as well, and Anderson is about to come back on for Wangaratta. But yeah, the rotations have definitely lifted in the last 10 minutes, boys.
Quirk to Hourigan. What's happened?
50? No. Yep, there's a 50-metre free kick.
He didn't stand.
It's the third 50 for today too, boys.
He didn't stand.
Releases the pressure a bit here for Hourigan to go long for Myrtleford.
Most ridiculous rule ever brought into this game.
Hourigan goes short. Kicks okay. Finds Liam Byrne, who has one bounce, far side of the ground, goes short. And he finds Sharp.
Was that that was about 4 metres, I reckon.
Always told him this, don't umpire Sharpie, just kick it yourself, son. That's the go. And it's going to be Grossman. There's only one bloke who's got accelerating speed like that. He kicks it off the left foot. Here's Sharrock of Smith, piercing kick, Moore. He might have deliberately done that almost. Passed it to a teammate. He's picked it up himself. Look at him. He's off the ground. This could be extraordinary. My goodness. It misses to the left-hand side.
I thought that was a goal.
That would have done me. I reckon I would have walked out of the chicken coop and said, that'll do me.
Yep.
Minus score.
Mitchell from the 18-yard box for that one.
That would have been the top
lead.
That would have been the greatest goal you have ever seen at O&M level. If you're listening on the radio, Goldmore didn't mark it, tapped it over the back, and then just kicked it off the ground from 50 and it went through for a point. Anyway, the Myrtleford Alpine Saints go up towards half-back. Great mark here by Riley Sharp, and he's got an option inboard. It's a dangerous-looking kick.
Oh, that's 52, I think.
And it's Sammy Martin has marked. He wheels around onto the left, and they've switched the footy effectively here, the Alpine Saints. Brady Sharp marks. He's got Riccardi running for him. Ignores that.
No one, really.
It just goes inside forward 50. Aylett's caught at the back. Did well to make a contest. Didn't impede Grossman. Time back here is Hunter Goshling. Just picks the footy up and a beautiful looking kick towards Grossman. He had to wait for it. He's been wrapped up in a big tackle at half back.
Del Bosco was.
Yeah, Clark for the Magpies just swings around and clears this footy up towards the wing, Robbie. But going in here is Fraser Hollandine.
Release to the coach, Reed. Kick, high one, under pressure towards half forward, sitting under his Porter. Got it, handballed. Is it a whistle? It's a free kick. It's going to go the way of Roach as Hazard at centre half back. And it'll be Daniel Roach who will relieve a little bit of pressure. They've got to find a way of getting more numbers up forward here at the moment, Panda. The ball's coming in forward and Magpies have got the numbers. They'll try from the far side of the ground. Now, Curtis is normally pretty good. With this kick, it's beautifully weighted to Sam Martin. He'll reel around the left foot. Was going to go to Munro. Now he goes long. Here's a chance for Sharp from behind. Brought the ball to ground. Where it is, running over it was Waite. Kick off the ground, a swing in the miss from Saunders. Waite back went in for another go. And so was Aylett. Working hard with Sharrock for Wangaratta. Aylett back over it again. Waite's over it. Knocked out. Mark Anderson. Quick kick. Boundary line he'll find, and he won't get pinged for deliberate. He won't. Throw it in, boundary umpire. 80 metres around from the Myrtleford goal.
Good theatre for
25-point lead to Wangaratta over Myrtleford. We've gone 14 and a half minutes in the final quarter for APCO Wangaratta.
Yes, we'll be heading right there after this to get our hamburgers we didn't get at half-time from Brady Anderson and the crew. 25-point lead, 77 plays 52, so we've gone 15 minutes and there hasn't been a goal kicked in this last quarter. And if the Myrtleford Alpine Saints want to get anything out of this game, they need one in the next 1 minute. There's a free kick here to Sam Martin. He's lifted Dan Vaccaro in this last quarter.
Yeah, he's had the 3 touches, and that brings up to 15 for the game.
There we go. Another good game from his standards. Kicks it to the hot spot. Caught at the back. Aylett made a contest of it. Riccardi roving, snapping, and marking on the goal line for the Wang Magpies was Dylan Van Berlo, and lucky he was there, Robbie, because that was going through for a goal.
I reckon if Myrtleford lack one thing, it's a bit of a smart crummer up forward.
Yep.
Lockie Dale, you think about him as that type of player as boarding on kicks it towards centre wing. From behind, Porter couldn't mark. Hollandine, he did well, the young bloke. He was like a pinball machine in there. Oh, yeah, he got a bit of a clip in the air. There was Martin. Kick off the ground was good by Ellis. Moore, have a look at him. This is where he works well. Chris did well. Chris came in hard. Now they've got the numbers. Calmore picks this up. He'll run inside forward 50. Goes wrong. Calmore, hits a post. I was about to give that a little bit of everything there, Panda, and it crashed into the old Wilbur post. Minor score. Turnover. That is it.
Hurts, Roach.
All over. And I think it was Hollandine who got on the end of it. The kick in from Roach, and that really makes them pay. It's now a 32-point margin, and I reckon that one's put at the bed, Panda.
Yep.
All over Red Rover.
It has Chris Mitchell, boundary side for Aubrandonga MG. Roach with the kick in, just turned it straight over to Hollandine, 20 metres out, snap goal.
Yeah, you're going to see the reaction on the bench there for Myrtleford. All their heads dropped there. So, they could sense how big that goal was. And the last one, they were pushing so hard for about, 16 minutes. That was the first goal for the quarter. So, that's a massive one. And I don't think they're done yet, but, not far away.
You don't think they're done, Chriso?
Heaps of time left.
32-point lead, 16 minutes into this last quarter. And we've only had one goal kicked. If anyone's wearing a Myrtleford Alpine hat, it's Chris at the moment. But we love it. Here on O&M Live, free kick in the middle of the ground.
Well, they're all over him, aren't they? But they just can't get a goal.
You're right. Free kick to Del Bosco. They've definitely put some time into him today because he has had one of his quieter games. Del Bosco goes up towards Chris, but he's been paid a free kick here.
Lucky.
He almost marked it. He dropped it, but then the umpire said, oh, well, you were held. So a free kick for Callum Crisp. And he's going to go back 40 metres out directly in front. I still think time has got him here, Robbie.
Yeah, the most pleasant way I could put it is they probably had the rub of the green a bit with a few of the decisions.
I think you're probably right.
So, last one, this game has been a little bit over umpired. I think we're at three-quarter time we had something like that.
So now it's 30 free kicks to 23.
All right. So Chris comes in 40 metres out directly in front. Left foot kick on the way has missed. So Crisp puts it through for a point. Myrtleford 8-5-53. The Magpies 12-12-84 on the Work Locker Wangaratta scoreboard. And I tell you what, we're doing this fourth quarter here on O&M Live for APCO Wangaratta. And if you're heading anywhere after this game, make sure you call into APCO.
Panda, just to finish on that, I've been super positive and I've been so impressed with umpiring this year. Just today, boys, I reckon this one's been over umpired.
Yeah, just a little bit.
That's simple feedback.
Yep.
They're doing a fantastic job. They have all year, but Hubert Wales gets it. But just someone put that whistle away. Sharrock intercepted the handball from Sharp. High up and under. Dawson sat under it. Cal Moore was there. Bit of class there, lads. Wales hangs around. Anchors. Handball over the top was good. Here we go now. Running through was Gotchling. Gotchling kicks nice to Dane Porter. The game's record holder has it 40 metres out directly in front. Now, has he got the journey in him?
He does. Yep, absolutely.
Thank you very
does.
much, Panda. That's all I wanted to hear from you. Now,
he'll nail it.
I've called this man a long time. If I had one slight weakness in this man's game, and he is almost perfect.
I know what you're going to say.
It might be goal kicking, and he might have a chance to stick it right up near
I reckon he will.
Come on, Dave Porter. In he comes now, on the way, and he's missed it to the right-hand side for a minus.
Robbie was very happy about that.
He did get the journey.
He got the journey,
Robbie
Peter.
hasn't been right much today, so he'll get that one.
So he proved you wrong on that instance, but he did prove you right as well. So there we go. A point. This one's done and dusted. 12-13-85. Myrtleford 8-5-53. And the Wangaratta Magpies are going to go to 6-0.
Billy Joel. Billy Joel, you may be wrong, but you may be right.
Yes.
There you go.
You got that one right, Robbie.
Yep.
As Horrigan brings the footy back into play. Kick has been marked here by Crisp for the Myrtleford Alpine Saints at half back. It's been serviceable today, has Ryan Crisp. He's going to go across goals with a dangerous sort of kick. It's been marked here by Del Bosco at left half back. Broadcast side of the Norm Minns Oval. His kick is to space. Wallace is down there. Anderson for the Magpies. Intercepted nicely by Munro, Dan Vaccaro for Waters around the grounds for the Plough in Tarrawingi.
Yes, so in the last quarter, North Albury 66 to Lovey 75. And Wodonga look like they're going to get the job done, 76-48 to Rovers.
Oh, he's up and about our man, Dan Vaccaro.
Oh, coming through hard was Curtis. Brilliantly picked up. Chipping kick to half forward. Now they've got even numbers, but the kick's not good. Or give Boarding on credit there. He's speed at the footy and read it.
Yeah.
He knew where it was going.
That's where it should have gone, and that's where he went, wasn't it?
And he took a really good mark, and he kicks wide, and he finds Hollandine between half-back and centre wing. Panda, and he chips it, but it goes straight to Hubert Wales, who's been real good today.
He has. He's had a couple of good weeks, this Huey Wales. Just getting some continuity in his game after missing last year with an MCL and some other injuries to start this year. This man's been great today, Riley Sharp.
That was a free, yep.
And he is going to get a free kick. Another good call from Chriso as well, who's had his umpiring hat on. I love it.
Have an eye, boys.
I love it, just chiming in. But that one was there. And Riley Sharp's already kicked 4. And he's probably been the Myrtleford Alpine Saints' best player today. Sammy Martin and Munro.
I'll tell you what, boys, the Wang bench is not happy with the umpires today, and probably rightly so. I think that was chopping the arms, but they haven't had the rub of the green.
So Riley Sharp, as I said, kicked 4. He competes contest after contest. He had a slow start to the year, didn't kick a goal for the first couple of weeks, but he's kicked 8 since, Robbie. So if he kicks this, you put him down for a bag of 5.
A welcome return to form.
Yep. So the margin's 32 and the game's done and dusted, but Sharp comes in and he has hooked it just. So he's got 4-3 for the day. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints go to 8-6-54. The Magpies 12-13, 85. 21 gone in this last quarter on the Maccas time clock. Robbie, what's impressed you most about the Wangaratta Magpies today?
I'll get to that in a minute, Panda.
Think about that one.
As the kicking comes in, Dane Porter was good. Murray Waite liked his game. Left foot top. How about that? Out the back, Munro should kick a goal. He runs in and Matty Munro does kick a beautiful steel line goal of the day. He's got 2. Myrtleford have got 9. I think the margin's still going to be 25 points. Might be a little bit too much. 22 minutes gone the last turn. That's on the Macca's time clock. And that's for APCO Wangaratta. Dan Vaccaro. Any final scores from around the ground or any stats? Just tell me whatever you want to do, mate. You can talk about your love life if you like, mate.
Yeah, tell us.
I'll watch the tail on that front, mate.
No
You're
Buck
just back from
stories,
the Gold Coast?
Matty Munro's been good, boys. He's had the 2 touches this quarter, but he's actually finished with 21 and 2 for the game, so he's been fantastic. Shining light in Myrtleford's chink in the chain, I guess.
He's averaging 20 disposals and 1.5 goals a game, so he's just done that again, hasn't he, Robbie? Week after week, he does that.
Yep.
As the margin now sits at 25
Incredible
points.
human being.
Yeah, he's one of the good fellas as well, is Matty Munro. Ball back in the middle of the ground. Dawson Simpson's kick wasn't marked by Byrne. Knowles, who's been really good once again today for the Magpies. I thought he threw that one. Umpire said play on. Charlie Stewart, wide Earp, Robbie's called him. He goes by hand to
You
Ellis.
called him Doc Holiday.
Oh, well, Doc Holiday's
People are looking for wide open the critic, boys.
Yeah.
So Jackson Clark marks, and he goes out to his mate McVeigh on true centre wing. Broadcast side, he's a left footer. Kick is a left foot barrel off the side of the boot. That was a shocker. Anyway, Ellis soccer style kicks in towards Sharrock, or is it Smith? It's Jesse Smith, I think, who's marked. That kick off the ground from Ellis was smart. From Ellis was smart. And Jesse Smith there, Robbie, I spat it out eventually, is marked.
And a tad fortuitous, perhaps. I'm still trying to think.
What's impressed you most, Robbie?
Yeah. Oh, look, I'll get to it.
All right. You've had a lot of time to think about it. So Jesse Smith comes in, and he loves it straight away. The Wangaratta Magpies too good. They now lead by 31 points, 13-13 to 9-6. That is on the Worklocker Wangaratta scoreboard. Dan Vaccaro, I think Jesse Smith's one of those players who, he missed the first game of the year, came in the second game of the year, and once again today just contributing with an almighty effort.
Absolutely right. He's been fantastic. And just on the inside 50 count, Myrtleford have had their opportunities this quarter. They've had 12 to Wang's 10. They just haven't been able to convert on the scoreboard, which has been a bit disappointing. A couple of quiet outputs this quarter from Munro and Dustin, and even Sammy Martin's just had the 3, so that's probably where that stands.
There we go. That was Dan Vaccaro for Waters. Tapped by Knowles. He has been good today. Dustin in the middle of the ground. And Matty Dustin's he's had a few roles today. He played on Calmore for a while, but he probably hasn't had an impact that we've seen in the past. Well, there you go.
One of his quieter games.
There you go. That's
allowed to have one.
Oh, absolutely. Fraser Ellis was good to Mark Anderson. Quick handball to Knowles. Well done. Knowles back to Ellis.
Got one high.
And he's got one high. And there's a few Bronx cheers from the Wangaratta supporters.
Have you worked
the free
out
kick.
what's impressed you, Robbie?
The whole team, mate.
Still thinking.
That they have got. And what has impressed me is how good this side is, and they've still got players like Matty Kelly and Joey Richards to come in. So that's what's impressed me. Blake Ellis thumps it towards Smith. He'll give it all the ball out the back end. No, he ignores McVeigh. And the ball's going to be knocked out of bounce, boundary throw. And so he probably got the wrong option there. Handball to McVeigh would have been probably the way I would have operated Panda. But anyway, they'll sort that out later. Boundary throw in.
Why don't you do the reviews?
Hey?
You could do the reviews. You could offer that sort of...
You could. That would be...
They might bring you on, Robbie, as a line coach or something.
Reedy, Stoney, I'll... Look at Newton go. Take it away, Panda.
Yeah,
You've got me hassled and baffled.
Newton's kick was smothered, but it's fallen fortuitously around 40 metres out from the Magpie goal. So this one's done and dusted here on O&M Live. 15-6, 3-E as Dustin marks at half-back. Around the grounds, Dan Vaccaro, for the Plough in Tarrawinji. What are some other games and what's the scores in the O&M? Because it's an interesting round.
Yep, so North Albury and Lavington still going in the last quarter, 73-76 in favour of Lavington. And you've got Wodonga running away with it, 82-56 over Wang, and Albury 120-72 over Raiders.
So a couple of beauties in here. It's a 31-point lead to the Wangaratta Magpies. They'll go to 6-0, and they will still be undefeated in this O&M competition. Robbie?
Is anyone you can go to the game and send a message to Panda and say how things going for the Hoppers?
For the Hoppers, I've texted a few, and I've just asked to prepare if there's a win, make sure you get it on social media, that sort of stuff.
Yeah, we'll give you a call. Now, his anchors. High kick. Here's a go out the back is Newton. Knocks the ball in front. Jesse Smith tracking it, chipping it, and Michael Newton can't quite reach it. Gosling was good, and now not Gosling, it was young Fraser Holland-Dean.
Looks similar.
Yeah, they do, and he looks like a real prospect, doesn't he, Panda? I like the way he moves, a young fella. I think that's one of the advantages they've got over. They've got a little bit of speed around the ball in that forward line area too to accommodate and accompany the tall timber.
Well, their third depth has been quite extraordinary over the past few years, and we might get Chriso's thoughts on it because Holland-Dean's come through that system, Gotchling, Harry Hewitt, they've all come through, and they're all really, really good players. As I think Pat Warner has marked this one 20 metres out directly in front from a quick kick. So Paddy Warner has a chance to go. Sorry, it's Dane Porter. So Dane Porter will go back and line up from pretty much where he missed the last one.
No, he's a bit closer.
A little bit closer.
Yeah, he kicks this one.
You reckon?
Yeah.
So Dane Porter, to put icing on the cake here for the Wangaratta Magpies, comes in and shanks it. It wasn't a great kick, but it's a great day for the Wangaratta Magpies. They run out 32-point winners, 13-14-92 over a gallant Myrtleford Alpine Saints, 9-6-60. And Robbie, it's the closest anyone has got to the Wangaratta Magpies this year.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a really good sign for Myrtleford. They've got a few more players to come in. The likes of Elijah Wales and Ryan Griffin. They've got a little bit of depth. We saw their seconds have a good win today, so yeah, they'll get a lot of confidence out of that. I think they'll be able to review it and have a look at it. They've got to find a way, Panda, of having a little bit more efficiency inside that forward line. The amount of times they go inside 50, it always looks hard work. Riley Sharp was there, kicked 4 today. But outside of that, it just looked like it was a bit of hard work. So that's certainly something to go address. Mind you, having said that, that defence of the Wangaratta, that back six is so good. It's like a wall, so experienced. You've got Van Berlo boarding on, the Anderson boys, Saunders there, Grossman. It's really good. So, but it's something to work on. There's no doubt about that. And as you said, that's their narrowest game. And they would have enjoyed that today, Wangaratta. They would have enjoyed to be 100%. Challenged like that. They've still got Joey Richards and Matt Kelly to come into that side. And it's
a scary outfit. I wouldn't like to be Chris Mitchell today because he's had some big tasks of obviously deciding the player of the game. And I reckon he's gone to Cal Moore, who kicked 4 goals, 4. And he was everywhere today, the Morris medalist. Cal Moore, Chris Mitchell with our Yarrawonga News and Gifts player of the day.
Yeah, thanks here, Panda. Player of the day, Cal Moore, 4 goals, mate. You nearly got a ripper off the ground here too. What was going through your mind there?
Look, it was just really good pressure from the boys down back, being really aggressive, and the mids just being really clean. We said at the start of the game it was going to be wet weather, it was going to be a big fight against these mob. They've been really good all year, so we just wanted to get that ball in. Credit to the boys. I kicked 4 goals, but I reckon I had 5 or 6 behind, so as everyone can see, the kicking boots went on again today, but yeah, it was a good win.
That's the closest any side's got to you this year, mate, but you guys stood up to the challenge, particularly in that last quarter when Myrtleford threw the kitchen sink at you.
Yeah, no, look, they're a fantastic side. They've recruited well over the off season, and I think it's going to be another good hit out when we see them later in the year.
You might win the Morris and the Doug Strang, mate. Have you played better? Did you think your start's better than last year?
Well, Reedy and Juice told me to get up the field today because they want to start kicking more goals, catch up to me, but stiff.
Go and enjoy. Thanks, mate.
I appreciate it.
He's all class as Cal Moore, and we've seen lots and lots of good players in this competition. You have, Robbie, over a long period of time. We've seen Favola and Barry Hall, and I've seen some really, really good players in this competition over a long period of time. And I tell you what, Cal Moore could end his career as one of the great O&M players because he is a genuine superstar. Morris medalist, and he's kicked 34 goals for the year, another 4 today, in a big win for the Wangaratta Magpies. 92 plays 60. So the Magpies are just walking off the ground. The Myrtleford Alpine Saints are already off the ground. Dan Vaccaro has just joined us back in the studio. We'll chase him around the ground scores because it was a tight one in that North Albury-Lavington game. It was 73-75. The Wodonga Bulldogs have upset the Rovers today, and Albury are doing a number on the Wodonga Raiders, but that North Albury-Lavington game.
So
Dan?
still 73-76 is the last score I've got from that game, boys.
So it might be full time in that one.
Yep. And then Wodonga Rovers 83-56, so Wodonga getting the win, and Albury doing it easily against Raiders 126-79.
And of course, the big one tomorrow coming our way. It'll be Cora Glen in the Battle of the Bridge, taking on the Yarrawonga Pigeons.
You calling that one with Gussie McLeod now?
Had the call up, Lukey Francis
got COVID.
Got Kenny COVID. So,
all the best. He'll probably be watching Lukey Francis at home, I reckon on the live stream.
He could well be.
In Wagga, on his farm.
Yeah, out there at Aura.
Yep.
Nice little part of the Murrumbidgee River.
So the Wangaratta Magpies are going into their rooms and they'll sing this song. The 6th time that they've done it for the year. They're an almighty outfit. They're just
good side.
They just use the ball so well. They make so many good decisions. You never see them rush, Robbie, and they're a presence. All of them are. This is going to sound really weird, but they're grown men out there, and the other sides just aren't physically up to what they're at the moment. It's as simple as that, I think.
And they've got a bit of polish about them. He said they're extremely fit, and the scary thing about it is not only like Matt Kelly to come back in, but the player who's I think he's one of the best players I think he's definitely in the top 5 in this comp. Is Joey Richards.
Yep.
And Joey Richards, we know how quick he is. We've seen a bit of a cameo from a few of the guys, like Hunter Gosling, Charlie Stewart, Harry Hewitt, these guys, Fraser Ellis, really quick around the ball. But Joe Richards is next level where he takes it to. So, and like I said, they would have enjoyed that challenge today, Panda. They got a couple of times there, Myrtleford put it at them. They were at them all day, and they'll benefit from that. Really would have enjoyed that game. So, they'll get better, Wangaratta. They really will.
I think Chris Mitchell is in the rooms, and the Wang Magpies will try and get a little bit of this song if our mic reaches.
You might want to finish that
I
off,
might.
Panda.
Could. Here we go. There we go. So we got it in the end. The Wangaratta Magpies running out 32-point winners, 13-14, 92 over a gallant Myrtleford Alpine Saints, 9-6-60. When we come back, it's the Yapco Wangaratta post-game show, Robbie.
Don't we love a little bit of that, eh?
Yes, we do. Dan Vaccaro's working hard over there, calculating up all his stats. We'll get a full rundown from Dan the Man Vaccaro as well. If you're just joining us, stay with us. We're going to have a complete debrief for this one. 32-point win to the Wangaratta Magpies. And on R&M Live, you won't miss a thing.
Watching the game at home is good, but watching the game on the big screen with all your mates, all the atmosphere and the great food and beer is pretty hard to beat. And it's all here at the locker room at the SSNA.
Adroit Insurance and Risk, your local insurance advisor, able to tailor insurance programs to support your business.
And we're proud to support our local community.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan Intelligent Mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar at the SSNA.
How many subscriptions do you have? One for entertainment? And one for news? And meditation? One for sport? And one for music? Whatever you're into, you can now manage select paid subscriptions in one place and save up to 10% with Optus SubHub. Discover what's trending and save by bundling them all together. Streamline your subscriptions with Optus SubHub. It starts with yes.
Did someone say KFC?
I don't care. Go where you can live and learn locally. Go where there's industry qualified trainers. Go where students come first. Go for the community. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
0.0% alcohol. This changes everything.
Rewrite the rules. Carlton Zero.
The new Nissan Navara has landed at McRae Nissan with a tougher, more rugged design, Nissan intelligent mobility, advanced off-road capabilities, and a host of on-road refinement. Test drive one today at McRae Nissan.
Go to create your future. Go for free support services. Go to get in-demand skills. Go and follow your own path. Go for the choice of 120 courses across 11 campuses. Go where there's free TAFE. Go for it with GoTAFE.
Hi, I'm Kylie King. I first fell in love with this region as the Prime News sports presenter. Sometimes this feels like my second home. I love our historic towns and vibrant cities, our passion for sport, and of course the people who make it special. And now I get to share what's important in our region with Kev Polton. So join us, Kylie and Kev for breakfast, weekday mornings from 6 on 2AY and 3NE.
Looking for somewhere great to eat? Check out Social Dining and Bar. And right now, you can get a seafood basket, served with chips, salad and tartare sauce from just $18. Come and be part of it all at Social Dining and Bar.